Good morning, guys. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. Online, am I audible to you all? Just quickly confirm before I start. Perfect, perfect. Okay. So, the agenda for the day is basically we are in day 2 of which class? Advanced accounting. Okay. Agenda for the day is basically we will first complete AS4, which we started yesterday's class in the first 20-30 minutes. Then I will dictate answer for the question which we taught yesterday. I'll dictate answer sometime today, middle or end of the class. And we will start off with a new accounting standard. Since I anyway shared in the group, you would have seen the number AS9. But anyway, I'll give introduction when we get there. Can we complete AS9 today? Doubtful, but we can finish the core concept. Okay. This is the schedule for the day. How many of you wrote yesterday's class? I would have given right answer for AS4. How many of you wrote? Good. I can see more than half the class. That's pretty good. Okay. So today let's continue, guys. Let me summarize quickly what we saw yesterday and then we'll take it forward. AS4 talks about contingencies and events occurring after balance sheet date. When it comes to this standard, old syllabus or new syllabus, study mat also no change. Update, copy paste it, change the color. Okay. This word contingencies, we are going to deal with it. It is there in syllabus, but it's there in a separate standard called AS29. I told you about it. Yes, no. So it's there in a separate standard called AS29. Study mat you can find in AS4 itself, but I will be dealing with it separately in AS29. I told you. Events occurring after balance sheet date. To quickly summarize, we told events occurring after balance sheet date are events between what date to what date? Balance sheet date to date on which financial statements are approved by board of directors, but the wordings law uses as competent authority. So in exam you can write board of directors in case of a company, competent authority in case of any other entity. Are you following? Company na board of directors, any other entity competent authority. Don't write partnership, partners for partnership firm, proprietor for sole proprietor. Competent authority. That's it. Full. That is the keyword. Are you following, guys? Clear? Anything that happens in this period, in this time gap, we classified into either adjusting events or adjusting events are those events which given additional evidence of a condition or situation that assets or liabilities that existed on balance sheet date. Already nadanda oru vishayam, already nadanda something which already took place. For that now I am getting additional evidence which changes the numbers for which already accounted. New non-adjusting event, new event occurring after balance sheet date. Perfect. New event occurring after balance sheet date. Now I will continue the concept from where I left yesterday and we did some questions also. Correct? Which all questions we finished yesterday? Why is this? Sorry, 1 second. I'll have to open. Just a moment. This one is it. Got it. Yeah, this was the file we were in. So we were in questions yesterday and we finished the first 5 questions overall. Yeah, 5 questions are done, but some concepts in the questions I am yet to do fully. Okay. Now let's go to question number 2. Let's go to question number 2 to take up this concept, or leave question number 2 itself. Let me itself take the concept. In this period, let's say I am company Titan. What does Titan do? Manufacture watches. It's a separate legal entity, correct? Separate legal entity which manufactures watches. I have only one factory. Watch, why I need 100 factories? For a company like Hyundai itself, for full India, one factory is there near outskirts of Chennai, Sri Perumbudur. For Titan, one factory is sufficient. Irukkiradhe oru factory, one factory is there, and in this period, in this time gap, earthquake came, factory got destroyed. Are you following? Factory got, what event is this? You tell me from whatever you know. Non-adjusting event, everybody following? So this becomes a non-adjusting event. Online live recording, follow guys. This becomes a non-adjusting event. Super. This becomes a non-adjusting event. That means what? If it's non-adjusting event, I should account for this loss in next financial year. Titan, what happened? What happened to Titan? Earthquake, example guys, really I don't wish for that to happen. Earthquake came, assuming the Titan factory is worth 100 crores, inside watches are worth 25 crores, just example guys, could be higher, lower, whatever. Total value or value of the factory is roughly 125 crores. Huge earthquake. Building itself is not there after the earthquake. Building, the whole building fell down. Watches also, of course, theaters we will find some watches, but more than half the watches are damaged. After doing all the search, I was able to recover 2 crores worth of value. All of them, everything gone, all the plant and machinery destroyed in the earthquake. Now, I have to account for this loss in next year. How can I account in next financial year if next year is not even there? Are you following what I'm saying? Are you understanding guys? Loudly. So now, if yes, next year itself is not there, நான் எப்படி அக்கௌண்ட் பண்ணுவேன்? புரியுதா என்ன சொல்றேன்னு? That means what is missing here? One concept called, loudly I heard it correct. Going concern. Everybody knows what is going concern. How many of you don't know what is going concern? I'll assume somebody raised hand. Going concern means what? I'm assuming the entity is continuing for a foreseeable future. Will anybody come and ask you, when are you going to die? Will anyone ask that? The assumption is we are going to live for at least the next 5, 10, 20 years without any touch wood, nothing, everything is fine. That's what we think, being positive, correct? So going concern, entity ku endha prashanayum kediyadhu. Next 5, 10 years, entity will continue. But in this case, will entity continue next year? Leave next year, next week itself, I don't know. Because factory, nothing is there, 2 crores only value. Close pannum company. Na eppadi next year account pannuven, puriyudha? So, continuing the concept from where I left off yesterday, the word non-adjusting event has one classification. I hope all of you have the chart. Made this chart in the notebook? No. Events occurring after balance sheet date classify into adjusting and non-adjusting event. Under non-adjusting event, we made the chart yesterday. This one, something like this. Events occurring, adjusting, non-adjusting. Okay. Now under non-adjusting, follow guys. I have to check if the event is material or not material. Are you following guys? Not material another. Not important. Okay. Earthquake came. Mottam factory value another 125 crores. Because of earthquake, I have 20 lakhs loss. One small fan fell down on machinery, one small loss, 20 lakhs loss. Is it material? Sir, important sir, 20 lakhs is important for us. But for a company which is worth 125 crores, sir, I want 20 lakhs material. What is materiality? Depends. Today, if I lose 1000 rupees, you are going in a bus. Okay. You had 10 rupees in your pocket, note. While getting down, you are searching. 10 rupees is missing. Enna பண்ணுவீங்க? I'm asking you, what you will do? 10 rupees then okay, you will search. 2 minutes stayed there. 10 rupees then okay, நீ இறங்கி போடுவ ஸ்டாப்ல. அதே you kept 500 rupee note missing. என்ன பண்ணுவ? 500 rupees தானே? Okay. 2000 rupee note. இல்லையே, September 30th, 15 days only is left. Okay. What you will do? You may search for a longer time. Stop on this. You may miss and go. But for Vignesh, even if 20,000 rupees is there, he won't bother. because he has 200 crores in his account, correct? Imagine your bank account is 200 crores balance. Now one 2000 rupee note is missing. Your stop came. What you will do? Now this is bus la popara 200 crores irunda. Imagine you have 200 crores, you are going in bus. 2000 rupee note is missing. What you will do? You will search or you will get on the stop and go. You will treat the same way as 10 rupees, correct? So materiality means it is not the amount of 2000 is material. Situation maru. In situation it changes based on the facts and circumstances. Are you understanding what is materiality? So if for a 125 crore company 20 crore is the loss, it is not material. Are you understanding? It's not amount. I am telling you. அதே கம்பெனி வந்து 1 crore கம்பெனி, டர்ன் ஓவரே 1 crore, அவங்களுக்கு 20 lakhs loss, it is material. Are you understanding? It's a definition which is very subjective. Are you following, guys? Clear? So if non-adjusting event is not material, then accountant next year no adjustment as per AS4. அப்பனா எதுவும் பண்ண வேணாம். Deal with it in the next year. If it is material, apona periya vishayam. Even though it is a non-adjusting event, even though it is a new event, it is material. Are you following? It is material, so material that it is going to affect going concern. Let me give an example for you to understand. Factory is worth how much? Loss is 120 crores destroyed. Going concern affected or no? Yes, because only 5 crores is left. Are you following? So it's affecting going concern. I'm giving you one more scenario. Factory is worth 125 crores. Only 1 crore loss. Not material. Okay, fine. Not even 5%. I will leave it. Factory is 125 crores. 25 crores loss. Material or not material? You should tell me. You have 1 lakh, 25,000 lost. Same 25% of material. 25% business gali. Material. Now, but is this affecting my going concern? No. Correct? Going concern business close pannu. For a 125 crores for Titan company, if 25 crores is lost, will I close the business? Loss and today I will continue. COVID came, many business suffered 30, 40, 50% loss. Fully lost or shut down. But somehow people survived and they continued. That means going concern not affected, but losses material. So I showed you 3 scenarios now. One scenario is where losses affecting going concern. One scenario of not affecting going concern, so not material. One more scenario of 25 crores, material but not affecting. That's what I'm going to write. Material but not affecting going concern. Are you following, guys? Material and not affecting going concern. Not affecting going concern. So what should I do in 3 scenarios? Not material, simple, no adjustment as per AS 4. Affecting going concern, enna pannu? Can I account next year? Can I account next year, guys? Loudly. That means I have to account this year. That means this is a scenario or an exception, the only exception where non-adjusting event will become an adjusting event. Are you following? So, if something is material and affecting going concern, it becomes an adjusting event. That means change the values of current year. This is the only exception in the standard where non-adjusting event becomes an. When will non-adjusting event be an adjusting event? If the going concern is affected. What about this? Going concern not affected. So will it become adjusting event? No. But you tell me, if you are the shareholder, நீங்களா shareholders, நான் தான் டைட்டன் கம்பெனியோட MD, I am the CEO of Titan. Now at this point I am telling, hey, loss of 25 crores I am reporting next year. What will you ask? What will you say? Are you understanding what I am saying? Loss of 25 crore which happened, let's say, in April 2024. I had the chance to disclose to you in AGM August 2024 on the timeline ஞாபகம் இருக்கா? But instead I am telling you in August 2025, 1 year later. If you are the shareholder, என்ன சொல்வீங்க? You will tell what happened in April 24, நீ August 24 சொல்லிருக்கலாமே. Why you are telling me in August 25? After 1 year 5 months post-mortem you are telling me. பழைய news. Are you following? Are you understanding, guys? It's like telling 2 IPL seasons back Mumbai won. What's the point? No use. I want to see latest. So latest சொல்றியே, you are a shareholder, you will get angry, correct? So the standard says, okay, this is a non-adjusting event. It is not affecting going concern, but it is material. Material na important. Anything important na நீ சேஞ்ச் பண்ணலனாலும் பரவாயில்ல, அட்லீஸ்ட் ஷேர் ஹோல்டருக்கு இன்டிமேட் பண்ணு. என்ன இன்டிமேட் பண்ணும்? ஏய், அடுத்த வருஷம் நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் ஐ வில் மேக் த சேஞ்ச் இன் த புக்ஸ், பட் this happened. Will you be happy that time? There is a loss of 25 crores. This loss will be affected in our profits only next year. But loss நடந்திருக்கு. Earthquake நால இதான் loss. This is the loss because of earthquake. At least can I tell this? Hello? Okay. So not affecting going concern. They are saying intimate shareholders. How? எப்படி சொல்லணும் shareholders? Communicate பண்ணும். I can't communicate in FS. Because FS is the financial statement. If I change FS, that means it's adjusting event, correct? If I change FS, then it's adjusting event. So how to communicate to shareholder? Disclose where? AGM, எப்படி மைக்கில் கத்தணுமா? மைக்கில் சொன்னா எல்லாரும் வர மாட்டாங்க AGMக்கு. Somebody will be in lunch, tea break. How I will communicate? Think online live, don't look at my face, don't fast forward, think. Mail 1970 mail இருக்கா, but AS4 is there in 1970. 1990 வச்சுக்கோ, இல்ல 2005 வச்சுக்கோ. Very simple. A company sends to the shareholder 3 documents every year or more documents every year. We will learn when we go to law auditing chapter, you will get more clarity. Auditing, when I say auditing, audit and auditors chapter. Okay. A company sends to shareholders every year a few documents: financial statements, audit report, board of directors report. All this put together is called annual report of a company. If you just Google and see annual report of ITC, it will be around 400 pages. I'm not joking, really. In that report, financial statements is the numbers. I can't mention that because anga include panna it becomes an adjusting event. Audit report la mention pannalama? Audit report is the report of auditor. This is management point, correct? Audit report la who can mention points? Only the auditor can mention. When auditor will mention, if you look at the timeline, after this, don't you know? FS approved by board of directors. இதுக்கு அப்புறம் தான் auditor start ஆக போகுது. நான் சொல்றது இந்த டைம்லயே, கரெக்ட்டா? So I can't mention even in. So what is left? Board of directors report only I will do now. Okay, or I will do it later also, but it's management report. நான் என்ன சொல்றேன் வரேன் அதுல தான் இருக்கும். So I will mention in the board of directors report. The terms might be new for you: audit report, financial statements, board of directors report, but don't worry, FS we will learn in law in 2 sections, 2 subsection 40 and 129. Audit report we will learn in 143. Board report 134 of Companies Act. Each section I will spend at least 20-30 minutes. So when I get there, you will get more clarity. Now what I should remember? Not affecting going concern, intimate shareholders in board of directors report, or they call it in the standard law Bar Act if you read, report of board of directors. They don't use the word board of directors, use பண்ணுவாங்க. Report of louda competent authority. The exam எழுதும்போது என்ன எழுதணும்? Report of competent authority. பக்கத்துல bracketல எழுதிக்கலாம் board of directors in case of a company. Board report. Fine sir. Can you summarize? எனக்கு இதெல்லாம் வேணாம் sir. Examக்கு what I should remember. I don't want all this. Exam what to remember in the standard. That's it. Now we have finished with the concept on the standard. This standard says events occurring after loudly balance sheet date. These events are from the date of balance sheet to financial statement approved by the board of directors. Now or competent authority. These events are classified into adjusting and non-adjusting. What are adjusting events? Adjusting events are additional evidence of a condition or situation of assets or liability that existed on balance sheet date. Non-adjusting event, new events occurring after balance sheet date. Such new events can be classified into material or not material. Not material, what to do? Nothing. Leave it as non-adjusting. அடுத்த வருஷம் பார்த்துக்கலாம். Okay, don't write that in exam. Non-adjusting event. That's it. No change this year. Now, material means again classified into 2. Non-adjusting material affecting going concern. Non-adjusting material not affecting going concern. If it's affecting going concern, what happens? It becomes an adjusting event. Logic na, you think of logic. Artha varsham kadiyadu. I don't have a next year. So make changes this year. Non-adjusting material but not affecting going concern, disclose in report of board of directors or report of competent authority. This is the summary. AS4 conceptually we are 99% done. Are you following guys? Any doubts still here? So in yesterday's questions if you see, எங்கெல்லாம் நீ non-adjusting event எழுதினியோ, yesterday first question was adjusting event. Leave it. That means my answer is not there. Question number 2 is where we wrote as what? Non-adjusting, earthquake, loss of how much? So I didn't teach you yesterday, so I don't expect you to give the answer also. Nee answer எழுதினாலும் it's okay. Which question you wrote answer? Second. You wrote for what you know. It's fine. Okay. Now, additionally from what you wrote, you would have concluded by saying what? It's a non-adjusting. Additionally, நீ என்ன எழுதணும்? Is this 30 lakhs material? How will I know it's material or not? The factory or a value எனக்கு தெரியலையே. So I don't give conclusions. நான் அந்த சார்ட்டை ஃபுல்லாக எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுவேன். Is it material? Okay. Is it material affecting going concern? If yes, it becomes an adjusting event. Is it material? Yes. Not affecting going concern. Disclose in report of board of directors. Not material. Then it becomes a 3 scenario இருக்குல்ல. Explain all the 3 scenarios and leave it. Don't conclude which one, because data is not available for me to say if it's affecting going concern. Because he told earthquake destroyed major warehouse. Okay, clue. Lost 30 lakhs. But I still cannot guess. Going concern affected or not, correct? So I will drop all the scenarios and tell the examiner, hey, I know the answer. Neither and data quickly. So I did this. Are you following, guys? I will dictate the answer for this today. Hold on, able to follow till here, guys. So we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So எங்கெல்லாம் non-adjusting வருதோ, நீ வந்து என்னது அந்த மெட்டீரியல் நான் மெட்டீரியல் அந்த கான்செப்ட் இன்ட்ரடியூஸ் பண்ணும். புரியுதா? Here also point 4 non-adjusting. This is not material, so we will leave it. It's evident, but you will give a shade saying shade na another. You will tell the examiner, I know that full concept. Give me the full 4 marks. Are you following, guys? Question 5 also over, huh? 5 only, remember, cashback you didn't get to claim panliye. It's not, AS4 itself is not applicable. Remember? So 6, 7, yeah, 6, 7 Mursta, we will finish questions. One more small concept and then AS4 will actually get over. That's it. Okay. Last 2 questions. Who's going to read? Yes. Who's going to read? Today online strength has dropped. No idea what happened. Pooja, are you there in the class today? Okay, yes, got it. Yes, Pooja, choose somebody in the class. Your choice first. Yes, read your name. Sandhya, read question 6 and 7 for us. But before that, you know what to do, Sandhya? Introduce yourself and then read the 2 questions. Yes, Sandhya, please go ahead. You know what to do. Name, where are you from, YCA, passion, goal, then the 2 questions. Okay. YCA சொல்லுங்க, passion, goal. Social service, nice. Okay. Goal. Any goal. Yesterday you came to class. Okay. Yes, any goal. No problem. We will wait. Lot of time is there. Exams next year only. Yes, fast. Recording students are thinking what's happening. Don't tell me no goal. Any goal. Any lunch na saapanu sir. I want to have good lunch. That's going to be a short goal. Don't tell the same thing. Anything else? Yes, fast. That's சொன்னேனே. Everybody is here to become CA. அதான் நீங்க, that's why you all came here. Anybody came time pass sir, bore அடிக்கிற வீட்ல, just want to experience CA class? No one's there here for that. Anybody watching a recording for that, you close it. I'll refund the fees. Yes. Joking guys, no refund. Okay. Yes. Tell me. Sorry. Do MCOM next. Small goal, doesn't matter. Doesn't have. It's not about what the goal is. What you want to do. Good. And MGR Janaki College is a lucky college for me. CACS நாங்க தான் பாஸ் பண்ண எழுதி. That was my exam center for CACS. So yes, go ahead. Read question 6.
A company made a provision for bad debts at 5% of its total paid receivable in the last week of February 2021. A trade receivable for 2 lakhs had suffered heavy loss due to an earthquake. The loss was not recovered by any insurance policy. In April 2021, the trade receivable became a bankrupt. Can the company provide for the full loss arising out of installments of the trade receivable in the final amount for the year ended 31st March 2021?
Got it guys. You have to tell me adjusting or non-adjusting event. You have 22 seconds. Start. Yes, answer guys. Can the company provide for full loss arising out of insolvency? How many of you? Adjusting event, non-adjusting event, non-adjusting? Nobody. The answer is very straightforward. Adjusting event. Already during the year, my trade receivable for 2 lakhs, I gave 5% provision and he already suffered a heavy loss due to earthquake. So already a few things happened. That's why I gave provision also. Now, Tandi, after the year ending, he has become. That is anyway expected. There is no additional evidence which is giving me conclusion that okay, he has become bankrupt, and therefore I am providing the full loss. Yes, it's adjusting event. Following question number 7, last one. Yes, Sandhya, correct?
by a competitor for 15 lakhs for infringement of a trademark based on the advice of the company legal counsel Raj Limited provided for a sum of 10 lakhs in its financial statement for the year ended 31st March 2022. On 18th May 2022, the court decided in favor of the party alleging infringement of the trademark and order Raj Limited to pay the agreed party sum of 14 lakhs. The financial statements were prepared by the company management on 31st April 2022 and approved by the board on 30th May 2022.
Okay, go to the question. What I will explain here is, for a few of them who do not know what is infringement of trademark, that alone I will explain, then you will solve the question and I will discuss the answer. So, infringement of trademark, what is this? What is this? Nike mari poda try panna, Nike. Okay, then sometimes you look at symbols, you can recall them, like Adidas is a brand name by itself, or if I write Sun TV, can you visualize the logo of Sun TV? Then what else, guys? Anything. If I write Apple, I can't draw, guys, but can you visualize that? Now tomorrow I am starting one more company called Apple with a double E, two E's. Adhe logo now. Instead of their colors of white, black and grey, I am just introducing little more shade, and the apple size is going to now, can I start like this? Why? Now, apple start panni. Apple with a double E. Adhe Apple logo, little bigger. Can I start? Hello? Are you following what I'm saying? Can I start a new company, Sun TV, with a double N, with same logo, but in, let's say, black color instead of red or whatever color, correct? Can I do that? Will they allow? No. Existing, if there is something, this is called trademark. Trademark na, unak eppadi and the business theriyum. What is the mark which is helping you identify the business? Apple can the logo is trademark. Nike the tick is trademark. So infringement na somebody copied. Adana somebody used with slight changes, somebody is trying to copy. Then I will file a case on them because he is copying. Classic example, Adidas, Abibas. Are you able to follow, guys? It's an infringement of trademark, brand name. Are you understanding? This is meaning of infringement of trademark. Now read the question, 30 seconds, I want the answer. Sorry. Done answer, guys. Adjusting event, I didn't tell you guys, sorry, you told me. Basically, there was already a case which is pending as on 31st March. Although the judgment, the decision, additional evidence came later. Therefore, whatever the judgment, positive or negative, it is going to be a adjusting event. So this also is a adjusting event. With this, all the 7 questions are done. Are you able to identify easily, guys? End of the day, last question, the idea is I will not solve, you will get the answer by yourself. If you are still not able to figure out what is adjusting and non-adjusting event, then you will have to look back and see what is wrong. Do not try to memorize. These are 7 questions from study mat. Update, copy, paste it with a few ICA, RTP questions, etc. I have added a few outside questions also. So you should be able to answer. So same chart over here, we have events occurring after balance sheet date. You will be getting this material in print anyway. like I told you, accounting standards, I will give you the handout material for whoever's watching this class. Other chapters, I will deal with the notes in the class. That's more than sufficient, okay. Adjusting and non-adjusting event we saw. Accounting treatment, adjusting, non-adjusting, don't make any changes. When non-adjusting event will become adjusting event, if the going concern is affected, and I also mentioned if something is material, then you disclose in the director's report, okay. Now last one small concept, it used to be important before 5 years back. Now it's there in the syllabus, but not that important. I am just giving a scenario, April to March, March, dividend is declared in the month of April next year, 24, purida. This dividend declaration, adjusting event or non-adjusting event? I know the answer is on the board, but you tell me from what I am asking. Dividend is declared after year ending. Year mudichittu for this year, I am declaring dividend. Adjusting or non-adjusting? Are you following what I am saying, guys? Adjusting or non-adjusting? Why adjusting? Then already shares in hand, then if earthquake comes, already asset is there, asset got destroyed. Appadi sollama. Then everything, and logically yosha, everything becomes adjusting. Edu pannalum already asset irukku sir. New merger, already company irukku sir, adana merger. So year got over after the year ending, in the time gap, நம்ம AS4 scope la company declared dividend. Adjusting or non adjusting? It's a new event, correct? After 31st March only I am declaring dividend. So don't, during the year, I declared dividend from the profits earned during the year. Then everything will become adjusting. It's a new event occurring after balance sheet date. So dividend declaration is a, but before the law used to say, you need to make adjustment. So even though it was a non-adjusting event, it became a adjusting event. Now the law is very simple. Amendment came 5 years back. So simpler sollana, proposed dividend, dividend that is proposed is a non-adjusting event. Disclose only in notes to accounts. Don't disclose in the P&L balance sheet. Are you able to follow, guys? Profit and loss account, you balance sheet maatha maatanga. Only in the notes to account. Small point, it's a small paragraph in the textbook. I have just summarized into one line. Are you all able to follow, guys? Understanding? With this, AS4 is actually done. We have completed the first accounting standard. If you want to celebrate, you can clap. Done with AS4, 4 marks for the exam. Will it come in all attempts? Before at least I used to tell yes, but now I told yesterday we saw the number of standards we have. So on Ketanu, don't expect 4 marks in new syllabus, 2 marks. One question or 2 mark question Keta. And same logic can come in auditing paper. But in this standard, I told you we classify into 3 events of ABC. A da AS4 sonna. These 4 we didn't talk. These B and C ma pesave illa. Na enna sonna. This is not in AS4, but events can happen that time also. How to deal with B and C is what you will learn in auditing paper in group 2, which I don't want to touch upon. It's not my work to touch upon because they won't ask in exam. Number subject la ketanga enna solnom. Not covered in AS4. That's it. I don't want to teach something which is beyond syllabus. Okay. Able to follow, guys? AS4 is done. Now we can proceed to the next standard. But before that, how many of you finished the homework? Made LinkedIn account? Good number of hands. Others, again your choice. Online, yes, nice, good, guys. Of course, first day don't think account everything will be ready. You need to slowly start using it. Send connection request. The more you start using it, your news feed will populate based on your interest. So just start using it. Of course, first month it will be boring only. 5-10 minutes a day when you're traveling, just keep using it. It is boring. Don't expect entertainment like reels or some kind of, what to say, posts and all, life updates, story, restaurant updates, now you won't find in LinkedIn. The more you start using it, you will see professional updates. You will have knowledge gain. So you will definitely gain knowledge in LinkedIn compared to other platforms. So start spending time. Yes, it is boring compared to Instagram, but 5-10 minutes a day is worth for your career development. Okay. Now, coming back, we will move on to the next standard. All of you with me, guys? Hello. Can we proceed? Can you tell me what are all the different industries that you know? Telecom. Then I will dictate the answer for AS4. You can leave one side and then go to next. We are all in concepts note only. I hope you bought 2 notes now, concept and sums. Sums we will start using. AS4 also potrukkuninga. You can write down the answers. Like this, can you give me? I'll dictate the answer in a while. Let me finish introduction. Then whenever you feel like, sir, I need a break, I will dictate those. Then I will give you a short break. 100% I'll give you a short break. Okay. Telecom, then entertainment. Can we again, entertainment, can I say under that, I'll put it as OTT and PVR. Basically, media is what I'm trying to cover. Next, education, agriculture, logistics I heard, then automobile, pharma, IT, how important is IT, textile, bank, insurance, that's all. Hardware is a very broad term, lot of things, but fine, hardware also all right. Then tell me a few more just to fill the page. Hello. Just think of your day-to-day life. What all products and service you use you can write here. Food industry, how did you forget that? Okay. Who remembered? Yes, I don't know who. Yes, very good. Next. Correct. I mean, see, day to day, you know, you 10 point varum. Hospital, very good. Recently, hospital. Cosmetics, sorry, no, hospital. Cosmetics, I don't expect. Okay. I understand cosmetics, but no problem. You use okay. Cosmetics, then fine. Okay. Cosmetics, can I include saloon? Especially saloon is a big service now. If you go to Kazar Navaskan Road, KNK Road in Chennai, you will see fine premium saloon. For hair cutting, you have to pre-book 1 day in advance. Otherwise, you can get an appointment. Okay. No, 2,000 rupees. Okay. In that saloon, there are other saloons with 50, 100 rupees also. I'm just saying. Okay. Following guys, I've just taken a few examples. Now, let me take something easy. Let me take automobile. Let's take Hyundai. Okay. Vignesh went to Hyundai showroom today. He has how much balance? 200 crores. So he gave a check for 25 lakhs and purchased one i20 car. i20 he purchased. He told which car is ready for spot delivery. They told i20 is ready. He gave a check of 20 lakhs, took the car and he came. What entry will today, what is today's date? September, we are in September. Hyundai, what entry will Vignesh, correct? Vignesh pass. Vignesh and entry pass பண்ணுவா, Hyundai என்ன pass பண்ணுவாங்க? கார் வாங்கியிருக்காங்க guys. Entry சொன்னா எப்படி? அப்படி எப்படி வாங்க முடியும் கார்? What is the entry Vignesh will pass? Bank account debit off. Car account debit to. You can't tell cash. Na check in sonane. Okay. Hyundai. Bank account debit to. Sales. That's all. Both of them will pass the entry today. I am not telling the date because recording will watch 6 months later. Whatever day you are watching, that day. Okay, today is the day. Bank account debit to sales, car account debit to sales. This is for Hyundai, this is for Vignesh. Simple, huh? Hello? Able to follow? Same thing, Vignesh went to Hyundai showroom on 29th March 2024. Okay. He gave them a check. Again, adhe check down. 20 lakhs or 25 lakhs, whatever he gave a check for buying the car of Hyundai told, sorry sir, how much or money you give? No car is ready. I can earliest give you car only on 4th April 2024. On car na kodukka mudiyum kaila with bill. If you want, you pay, otherwise pay next week. But 4th April only car will come. What you will tell Vignesh? You will buy. 5 days later, what's that? Okay, so he said, okay, fine, he will buy. He paid the money of 20 lakhs on 29th March 2024. Gave the check. On 4th April, Hyundai came to Vignesh's house, delivered the car, gave and the photo, they gave him keys and they gave him the bill. He got the car. Now, Vignesh, Hyundai. Adi entry marad. Entry is the same. Correct? Date marna, entry maruma. Entry won't change. But I want the same entry with date this time. Vignesh, I will tell the entry. I will tell the entry, guys. Easy. Car to bank. Correct? Here. Bank to date. I want to fill the date. Are you following the question? Date, guys. For Vignesh, what date will I write? Vignesh? Hyundai சொல்றியா? அதான் நீ டேட் எப்போன்னு சொல்லணும். So what is the entry? Bank to Vignesh to sales. நீ ஸ்ப்ளிட் பண்ணி போடுற. Okay. Date of entry. Date. First Vignesh முடிச்சிடலாமா? Vignesh எப்போ entry pass பண்ணுவான்? 29 போட்டிங்க. Because 29 தான் அவன் pay பண்ணிட்டான். So you're writing 29 he purchased. Okay, fine. For Hyundai, you have a doubt whether it's 29 or 4th. You have a doubt, guys. Good. That's a good doubt to have. That's the whole point of me giving this example. Let it be as a doubt. It will take time for you to answer. Immediately you get the answer, na standard is over. Okay. Next, PVR. You went to watch a movie on 31st March 2024. What movie is coming next year? That time I don't know, but let's say any movie around that year. Vikram 2. Guys. Okay, Vikram 2. Fine. Vikram 2 I'm writing just for you to connect with. I'm hoping everybody watched online. If you didn't watch also, nothing to worry. Parame varala enno. Okay. Vikram 2, 31st March 2024, night show you booked, which is a 10:30 p.m. show. Movie is getting over around 1 a.m. Correct? Around 1:30 a.m. After 1 it gets over. Correct? You made the booking on 31st, 2 hours before the show only. On the app you made the booking. One seat was there. Okay. Forget about you. PVR, what entry will they pass? What entry they will pass? அவங்களுக்கு சேல்ஸ் தானே. நீ டிக்கெட் வாங்கினா, if you buy ticket for PVR, it's a sales. So what entry will PVR pass? Bank to sales. 120 assuming ticket. Now it's not 120, 200 with tax or even more. But thankfully Chennai it's good compared to other places. I mean Tamil Nadu it's good. Bangalore it's very expensive tickets. I don't know if you've gone there, you will know. One ticket is, I'm sure you guys are aware. Not aware? Vignesh தெரியலையா? என்ன அதான் சொல்லு. Ticket cost of movie in Bangalore. அதான் கேட்டேன், உங்களுக்கு தெரியுமான்னு கேட்டேன். அதான். So it's 800, 900, 1000, 1500 rupees one ticket. Those who go there, you will know. Hyderabad also it's expensive. Tamil Nadu only has that regulation. So leave it. Good. So PVR passed entry bank to sales 120. When will they pass the entry? I will give you the scenario. 31st March, 8 p.m. Vignesh booked the ticket. 31st March, 10:30 p.m. movie started. 1st April, 1:30 a.m. movie got over. Are you able to follow, guys? Your PVR entry எப்போ pass பண்ணுவீங்க? When will you pass the entry? 31st March, 8 p.m. When Vignesh made the booking, you will pass the sales. After he made the booking, movie cancelled. Flood came or something, projector not working, might have happened. How many times you have gone to theater, after interval they sent you back home, projector not working, or during the movie screen would have gone off. Happened to me, maybe it would have happened to you once or twice, depends. Now sales entry passed at 8 p.m. After movie started in half an hour, screen went blank. Now what to do? Refund. Or now 31st March I passed sales, but before movie, 20 minutes before climax, screen went out. At 12:45 a.m. last 20 minutes of movie, screen went blank. So you all got angry. Hey, what is this? Climax only is important. Then they gave refund and sent you home. Then 31st March 8 p.m. he will pass the entry. 1st April he will do reversal. Sales return பண்ணுவானா? Are you following what I'm saying? Logic புரியுதா? Are you understanding the problem I'm trying to quote here? Do you all have the same question? Now 31st March, 1st April. Now 31st March entry pass பண்றேன்னா, what if the movie is not kept? Or should I wait till the movie completion? Do you have a question? Did you have a question in the Hyundai example? Like this, if you come back to all the industries, I just took two industries, PVR and automobile. Now, between PVR and automobile is the expense of salary common for both. If I take trading P&L account, இங்க வர எல்லா எக்ஸ்பென்ஸும் salary, rent, electricity காமனா இருக்குமா? காமன்னா நேச்சர் மாறுமா? Same nature. Electricity means electricity, pay bill once in 2 months. Rent means pay rent monthly once. Amount will change. Salary means pay to employees, correct? So this will not change for any company. Tomorrow when you go for audit, first they will make you audit this expense, because whichever company you are doing audit, expense is going to be similar. The nature, amount will change, but the items will be same. Salary, rent, electricity, depreciation, miscellaneous, stationery, correct? Amount will change, but transaction is the same. Salary means salary, correct? So whether you are doing audit of PVR or Hyundai or any education or any telecom company, my expense will generally be the same, correct? Balance sheet also, liabilities and assets, items will be the same, only nature will change. But one thing which is unique for each industry is what? The sales, correct? Because for PVR we just saw sales is something that starts now. You can book 1 week in advance, service will get over 1 week later or same day. Automobile, you will book and the car is delivered later. If you take, for example, education, let's take your class itself. Okay, class is starting in the month of September. Let's assume class started in the month of Feb. Assume you are the November batch. Class started in the month of Feb and it's getting over in the month of September. Feb 24, September 24. Okay. Whatever fees you paid, I'm giving scenarios. Full 100% fees paid in the start. Full 100% fees paid after batch is over. Monthly I am paying 10% or monthly I am paying 25% into 4 months. Correct? But the syllabus completion in Feb, March is one financial year. Correct? Then April, May, June is another financial year. Now, imagine the number of permutation combination possible in our class itself. You paying fees itself can be multiple combinations. Somebody fully advanced, somebody fully later, after next year, somebody proportionate, somebody installments, different for each student. I'm giving examples, guys. These scenarios are possible in Solran. Correct? Syllabus completion also, I can finish full 100% syllabus in 2 months and do revision from April, or first 2 months I can just do 20%, balance 80% here, or monthly I can do 10%, 5%, or monthly I can do one subject. Eppadi vena pannalam, correct? So there are two components, what you pay and what service I am delivering, and this is split between current financial year and previous financial year. Correct? Can you see line above the thing? Feb, March is previous year, April and it's the next year. Correct? Only one question. As an academy, when should I pass entry for sales? Vignesh is saying, sir, I paid full fees. Pay panta sir. February I paid full fees. You can record my in the sales up sir. After 1 month is saying, class is not good, give me refund, and he left. Will I pass sales center next year? Are you following, guys? Are you understanding? Now, do you have, at least did you understand the question? Hello? Loudly, are you guys following? Answer, anybody knows? The answer you are thinking is it going to be this year or which month or which day I have to pass the entry? Entry I will tell you, bank account to sales, normal sales entry or debtors to sales. When to pass the entry of what? Revenue. And for all these industries, what is unique is nothing but the revenue. Each industry or revenue changes significantly based on nature of transaction. Education it goes for months, sometimes it goes for years also. Correct? Telecom how many of you using prepaid? Prepaid SIM, guys. Others, how many of you using postpaid? One. Oh, so many postpaid. Okay, fine. Now, postpaid is fine. You pay month on month and waste a lot of money. Prepaid is where you can save money. Yes or no? I don't know the benefits of postpaid, but if you're just lazy to change, but if you're a good financial planner, you will of course have to go for prepaid. Anybody using postpaid, any benefit you are getting? What's the monthly bill? 250. 3 months. Prepaid is still cheaper. It is 500-600 I think for 3 months or something. But leave that. Terla, you didn't know. Okay. But leave that. In prepaid, I can pay 12 months in advance. Are you aware of that? 1 year full I can pay by paying some 2,500 rupees for 1 year with daily internet. You can pay full for 1 year. Now, if I pay in the month of September, from September 23 to September 24, I am also getting service in 2 financial years. He is also providing service in 2 financial years. I paid fully now. When will he pass entry? Are you following, guys? So now you think of all these industries. Saloon, you went for haircut. You went to, let's say, Tony and Guy, K&K, one haircut, 1500 rupees. Will you pay before the haircut or after the haircut? After the haircut. When will Tony and Guy recognize revenue? Before or after? After. Are you following, guys? What if you went at 11 p.m. for haircut? They are open till 2-3 a.m. You did cutting till night 1 a.m. 2 hours. He will pass before 12 or after 12? After 12. What if you paid before? He's saying at 11:30, sir, we are closing the billing counter. Please pay the money. 11:30 you paid the money. But haircutting got over only at 1 a.m. Now when he will pass the entry? Doubtful. You have a doubt, those who are watching online live here. Now Kurta, I gave some 10 examples now from different day-to-day examples. Correct? A haircut, movie theater. These are day-to-day examples. Correct? Now in all these examples, they are generating revenue. The question is, when should I pass the entry? That is called recognition of an entry. We are discussing AS9, which is called revenue recognition. Are you understanding, guys, why the standard is important? Everybody clear? Hello? Following? So revenue recognition tells me, நான் என்ன முடிச்சிருக்கேன் இப்போ வரைக்கும் standard introduction. ஒரு standard படிக்கிறோம்னா, don't learn what is there in the standard. Try to understand the subject from why something is there in the book. இதுக்கு எதுக்கு ஒரு standard? AS4, I introduce giving a problem first. After balance sheet date, all these things can happen. Then we arrive at a solution together. I can directly tell AS9, revenue recognition, guys. Let's proceed. Why do we have this standard? What is the problem? I gave you some examples and now you don't have an answer. I will give the answer or you will figure out the answer as we keep discussing the standard over the next 2 hours or 1 hour, whatever time. Are you following, guys? Understanding till here? Hello? Clear? Revenue recognition AS9 says, நம்ம entry போட்டோம்ல loudly, bank 2 எப்போ நான் எந்த டேட்ல அந்த என்ட்ரியை போடணும். That's it. The standard tells and the entry of sales should be passed on which date. So this standard is also 2-part. Like AS4, which is a 2-part standard. Part 1 is to identify what is events occurring after. Part 2 is to classify as non-adjusting. That's it. Same way here. Online live, when I didn't talk means it's not on mute. You should repeat that time. Revenue recognition also has 2 parts. Part 1 is to understand what is revenue. Revenue na enna theriyumla, appo entry poda mudiyum. What is revenue? For that we have a definition. Part 2 says when to recognize. That's it. Again a 2-part simple standard. Simple standard. Part 1 is what is revenue. Part 2, when to recognize revenue. Are you following, guys? Clear? Understanding? Okay. Can we proceed? So first we have to understand what is revenue. Clear, guys? Okay. Before we go there, did you get the schedule for tomorrow, day after class and all? After today, I will again see you only next week. Okay. Because I have to finish the existing inter batch for November. I have continuous 4 days class to wind up advanced accounts for them. Few topics pending. So tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I will be here only, but in the next classroom. Saturday, Sunday also I will be here. I think Saturday, Sunday, this class will be there. Here we will have foundation, I guess. I will be here only every day for next 10-15 days, October every day. But like I told you, September alone, you will see me, but a little less. So I think Saturday, Sunday, full day is costing for you. Will be full day costing. Tomorrow should mostly be Rahul sir again. So it will go in this. So initially, Costing and DT will go, like I told you. By September, my schedule gets pretty free. Costing, you don't want to attend costing. Hello? Costing also is a paper, pass pannola. Okay. Then, yeah, like I told you, October also, I will only come for, let's say, 5 to 10 days in the month for the class. November, every day. I don't have any other class in November. So, November 1 to 30 should be here only. Okay. I think I told you yesterday, but just wanted to clarify. Okay. Fine. So, this standard basically talks about what is revenue and how to recognize. Till now, are you following, guys? Hello? Are you enjoying the subject? I don't see it in your face. Hello? I want you to be more energetic and more loud, guys. I know it's just a second class, but can I teach like this? Revenue. Okay, read it, guys. Revenue is this. I'll just read from here. AS9, question 1. AS9 talks about revenue recognition, board of directors. Can I teach like this? No, of course no, because you will not come to class after that. My energy levels always depends on your energy levels. Yesterday evening, I started recording for May 24 advanced accounts. So now I am teaching twice, same topic morning, same topic in the evening. But evening I am taking every day 5 to 8 p.m. Ide classroom without any student, with camera. So I am doing one more recording. There are 2 recordings that's going on for May 24. One is our class, which is anyway being recorded. One is exclusive recording. I am looking at the camera and talking without anybody, any student. Okay, first time I am trying that. It's not easy to look at the camera and teach. So for us, what do I say? AS4 might have taken 2 to 3 hours. Same AS4 only I took yesterday evening again. In 1.5 hours I finished. Yenake shock adhu 1.5 hours I never finished AS4. Normally 2.5 hours is the ideal time, plus or minus 10%. So I didn't know how in 1.5 hours I finished in recording. Nane poi recording paathen. Did I miss something? Everything was covered. Then I called a few faculties who do a lot of recordings. Then I asked them, sir, what is this, sir? It reduced by 20% time. I thought it will go for 200 hours. Pata 140, 150 I will finish off. They said, yes, sir, that is true. In recording, it will drop by 20-30%. Because nobody will ask doubts, sir. I won't repeat multiple times. That means my energy levels is basically I will teach once, not that quality is lesser. Just that we won't have introduction of students. All that won't be there. We won't do other activities. I won't talk to you like this. Subject mattu I will talk and go. Correct? But that is key for few people who are okay with watching recordings like that. What is a different style? Subject there is no drop in quality. Just the duration is going up. So one thing I learned was, I mean not yesterday, I knew for many years that my energy in every batch depends on the energy you reflect on me. Every batch is not the same. I'm not trying to discriminate any batch. Honestly, every batch is different. Okay. School also, if you ask 12th standard teacher, they will tell each batch marinir. Okay. It's not ranking. Hey, this batch is best, this batch is second. No. My energy levels depends on what you reflect upon. If you are more engaging, if you are more responsive in class, online live also will get that energy, recording also will get that energy. Otherwise, if you are silent, this class will become like a class without any students. Are you able to follow, guys? So I want you to repeat more, participate. It's little different from your ordinary. I understand school, college, you will just sit once in half an hour, you will respond. But more energy you throw, 2 things. One, you will not sleep. Second, you will not let person next to you sleep. Third, my energy levels will increase and we will have more, it will be more engaging than what it already is. So that's something you have to help with. I will try my best to get it out from you, but you have to push yourself. I want you all to go back to LKG, UKG days. Really, LKG, UKG days, now I am talking about the subject ABCD. Teacher will make you repeat 100 times in class. You will keep repeating, yes, 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 first standard, yes, ma'am. You remember in school? First standard, yes, ma'am. Yes, yes, you will keep repeating. I want the same thing back to school, primary school days. So I want you to repeat more, because the more you repeat, the more energy that we have in the class, it will help you retain the subject more. So I want you to do it consciously or 10 நாள் பண்ணா it becomes easy. Okay. It's possible in any batch. Unless நீங்க ஒரு 10 நாள் இது cooperate பண்ணலாம், then I will give up. But I don't let me give up. So I want you to push over there. So are you following, guys? Like this I want it to remain always. Now I know I'll hear yes. Always it should be there. So revenue. Let's focus on the definition of revenue first. I'll write it down. Revenue means, again for this you will get the same material in print, guys. Every standard I have notes, 1 page notes. In the study mat, I say study mat or main material which you are using, standard can be 10 pages, 12 pages, 15 pages. But for me, every standard is a 1 page. How AS4 you saw 1 page, you will see 1 page, except 1 or 2 standards which goes for 2 pages. That's it. So revenue means, this also if you start on a fresh page, ஒரே சைடுல முடிச்சிடலாம். Okay. Revenue means gross inflow of, revenue means gross inflow of, from there split into 3: cash, receivables, other consideration. I will explain after we write. First write down, guys, we have a lot to discuss here, at least 15-20 minutes just for the definition. Then half standard, the definition over na half standard over. Then part 2, when to recognize, another half over. That's it, standard will get over. Revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivables or other consideration. Cash or receivables or other consideration. Again join all the 3. Basically it's one continuous point. I'm just splitting for ease of understanding. Revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivables or other consideration from sale of goods, rendering of services. Revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivables or other consideration from sale of goods, rendering of services, or use by others of enterprise resources yielding, used by others of enterprise resources yielding interest, dividend or royalty in the ordinary course of business. Are you following, guys? Revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivables or other consideration from sale of goods, rendering of services or used by others of enterprise resources yielding interest, dividend or royalty in the ordinary course of business. I have to explain one by one, understanding what is revenue. Revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivables or other consideration. I gave Vignesh 500 rupees loan. Vignesh கேட்டான், சார் இன்னைக்கு வீட்டுக்கு போறதுக்கு I don't have money. Okay Vignesh, take 500, நாளைக்கு கொடுத்துருன்னு சொன்னேன். I gave him 500. Is it revenue for Vignesh? Liability. But as per definition, revenue means gross inflow. Vignesh inflow varda. Inflow of what? Cash. Is it revenue? Inge varku parcha revenue. But definition full of parcha not revenue, because It's gross inflow from what? Did he sell goods to me? Did he render any service to me? No. Therefore, it's not revenue. Purida. So, just because I receive cash, it doesn't become it as revenue. So, revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivables or other consideration. Okay. Company sold goods for 100. GST was 5. Total is 100. Revenue is 100 or 105. Are you following, guys? 5 rupees GST, 100 rupees value. Total is 105. Revenue, bank to sales, 100 or 105? How many of you 100? How many of you 105? Okay. 105 online, Divya chose 105, I think. Okay. Now, revenue means gross inflow, correct? I sold goods, let's say to Sandhya. She has to pay me 105. She paid me only 100. Is it okay? Will government leave me? I have to pay that 5 rupees tax to whom? Government. So if she is not paying, I have to pay to the government. Yes or no? Correct. Therefore, the standard says, look at the wordings. Gross inflow of, which is 105. Gross inflow, all included. Because tomorrow if the customer is paying the full amount but not paying the GST, that's a loss for me. Yes. When GST classes start, you will appreciate it more. So, revenue means gross inflow of cash. What is receivable? Cash means cash sales. Receivable na credit sales. Cash na cash or bank to sales. Receivables na debtors to sales. Other consideration? What is other consideration? See, revenue means na vikran. Let's say I am selling notebook. Not going to sell, I am selling notebook. If I sell notebook to you, either I will get cash or credit, you will pay after 1 month. So, cash or receivable. Other consideration, where not If I am giving you notebook, either you will give me cash or you will pay me after 1 month, receivable. What is other consideration? What else will I expect from you apart from these two? Kind, what is that? Barter system, correct? I gave notebook, you gave some other notebook. Or you gave 5 pens, I gave a notebook. Purida. Other consideration are basically exchange, kind. So, revenue means gross inflow of either cash or receivable or other consideration. This is coming how? Because I am selling goods or rendering of services or used by others of enterprise resource yielding interest, dividend or royalty. This I will explain. Till rendering of services, have you understood? So let's learn till that. Revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivables or other consideration from sale of goods, rendering of services. Stop. We have not yet to go there. So again, let's repeat, guys. Repeating multiple times, I make you repeat LKG concept, nothing else. You repeat multiple times, it gets into your subconscious. Believe me in that. Revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivables, other consideration from sale of goods, rendering of services. Or I know it comes, I'm still yet to go there. Okay. Now let's understand that. Or used by others of enterprise resources yielding interest, dividend or royalty. Okay. Enterprise resource. What is enterprise resource? Yes, next to Vignesh. Pair. Sorry? Muhammad Abrar. Okay, now Muhammad Abrar is there here. I am going to create a balance sheet for Muhammad Abrar. Our personal balance sheet. I am creating your personal balance sheet. You are not reporting anywhere. Your own balance sheet, your asset. லேண்ட்லாம் வச்சிருக்கியா நீ? லேண்ட் பில்டிங் உன் பேரில். ஓகே ஃபைன். இருந்த லேண்ட் உன்னோட இப்போ ஆஸ் ஆஃப் டுடே வாட் கம்ஸ் இன் யோர் பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட்? ஓகே லேண்ட் பில்டிங் இருக்கலாம். ஐ டோன்ட் வாண்ட் டு ஆஸ்க். லேண்ட் பில்டிங். நெக்ஸ்ட் மிஷினரி என்ன வச்சிருக்கேன் நீ? பைக்குன்னு சொல்லாமே. மிஷினரி ஓகே ஃபைன். பர்சனல் பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட். டு யூ ஹேவ் லேண்ட் இன் யுவர் நேம், பில்டிங் இன் யுவர் நேம்? அப்போ இருக்குது உன்னோட ஓன் அசட்ஸ். இன்னைக்கு உன்ன ஒரு பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட்டாக ப்ரிப்பேர் பண்ணா என்னென்ன வரும் அசட்டில்? பைக்கு, கேஷ் அமௌண்ட்டாக நான் கேட்க மாட்டேன், என்னென்ன வரும். நெக்ஸ்ட் பேங்க் அக்கௌண்ட். வெரி குட். வாட்ச் வச்சிருக்கியா? வாட்ச். அசட்ஸ் ஐம் ரைட்டிங். ஷர்ட், க்ளோத்ஸ். கரெக்ட். நோ, இட்ஸ் யுவர் அசெட். தென் மொபைல் ஃபோன் வச்சிருக்கியா? சார் உங்களை அடிக்க போறேன் சார். ஷூஸ் வச்சிருக்கியா? ஃபைன். ஆல் தீஸ் திங்ஸ் வில் பி இன் மை அசெட்ஸ். வாட் அபவுட் லைபிலிட்டிஸ்? டு யூ ஹேவ் எனி லைபிலிட்டி? யாருக்காவது லோன் கொடுக்கணுமா? அப்போனா பேலன்சிங் என்ன வரும்? எவ்ரிதிங் வில் பி யுவர் கேபிட்டல். லைபிலிட்டி இஸ் ஜீரோ. கரெக்ட். இஃப் யூ ஹேவ் லைபிலிட்டி, that's it. This is your personal balance sheet. All your belongings which is owned by you are your assets represented by capital because நீ தான் வாங்கியிருக்க அதெல்லாம். Even if parents purchased, it's now yours. Correct? Are you able to follow, guys? So these are all the resources. That means all my assets are my resource. Now your bike, Vignesh is asking you, hey, I want to use your bike. Mohammed, bike kuda, I want to use it for 10 days. Will you give? He is ready to give for 10 days. So Mohammed Abra's bike is given to Vignesh for. So Mohammed Abra's resource is used by Vignesh. Now Vignesh bike எடுத்துட்டு next week is calling. ஒரு 10,000 rupees இருந்தா அனுப்பேன். I want to use for my expense. Will you send? நான் யோசிக்கிறேன். சரி 100 rupees கேட்குறான். ஜிபே பண்ண சொல்கிறான். 100 rupees is asking. Vignesh, I want 100 rupees. So Mohammed Abra's resource is now used by Vignesh. Now what all resource of Mohammed Abrar? His bike and cash is used by Vignesh. Next again is calling. Hey, I want one watch. For 3 days, can I give? Will you give the watch? Watch one kudutana. Okay. We gave watch also. Now all his resource has been used by Vignesh. That means my resource is used by somebody else. You got this logic? Now let's apply this concept to a company. Apply this concept to a company. Let me take orange. Is it visible for you? Okay. Online live visible. Especially online live students, any challenge you are facing in the class when I'm writing or the video or how I'm standing, design of the like color. I think I changed the color today. Anything you want to change, sir, remove that quote now. You let me know. I can change for rest of the classes. If something is distracting you while you are watching, let me know now itself. Okay. Fine. Let's take a company like Tata. For Tata, I was on my land and building, plant and machinery, bank, cash are resources. Correct? Now, Tata will keep the money, bank, in FD. Correct? FD, everybody knows what's FD? Fixed deposit. Super. Let's say I kept in SBI FD. SBI pays me what? Interest. How much? 7%. Let's say I invested 1 lakh in FD. I will get 7,000 rupees 1 year as interest. 7% if I keep. Now, coming back to the same concept of Mohammed Abrar, but here Mohammed Abrar is replaced by Tata. His watch is replaced by land and building, plant and machinery. So what are the resources of Tata here? All the assets. And these assets, the bank is now given to whom? SBI. Ennoda kasu, my money is invested with SBI, and SBI in return is giving me interest. Now let's go back and read our definition. If you go back and read the definition, what does the definition say? 1 second guys, it's loading. Happens sometimes. Okay, if you go back and read the definition, if you remember by the time it loads, revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivables, other consideration from sale of goods rendering of services, or slowly, used by others of enterprise resources yielding interest. Stop. Used by others. I am Tata. I am Tata. Used by others. Who is the other here? SBI is using enterprise resource. A resource அவன் யூஸ் பண்றான். Used by others of enterprise resources. Yielding, earning. Yielding na earning what? Interest. Are you following? So my money is kept with the bank and my resource is used by the bank. அதான் interest. Are you following? Or dividend na, instead of investing in bank, I am investing in. So if I invest in some other company shares, my resource, my money is kept in some other company shares. So he is paying me what? Dividend. Royalty. A.R. Rahman. Now trending for some other reason. But come back to concept. A.R. Rahman makes music. Airtel tune is made by A.R. Rahman. Every time you call Airtel, whenever that song is played, A.R. Rahman earns. Do you know that? Or when it comes to music, how do artists earn? Leave Anirudh A.R. Rahman. I am not talking about the mainstream music composers. You use an app called Spotify. There are so many songs there. If tomorrow Vignesh wants, avanu or part Spotify la podlam. Yes, you can upload. It's not rocket science. You can put a song and upload on Spotify. Just you need an account. That's it. Now, suddenly the song Vignesh sang became trending. Everybody is listening to that song only. Vignesh kenna varum? Kaas varum. Because his song is played by all of you. Correct? So, artists earn the more songs that his songs is played, more revenue for him. YouTube, more views. YouTuber gets more money. All the YouTubers content summa podva, we will sit and watch. Who's going to earn the money? Your time, his money. Plus your time, your data, companies will earn ad revenue. So royalty means, here in YouTube it's not royalty, basically podcast or songs or content which my skill is involved. Classic example is music. Using that music, so many other people are listening. The musician will always keep earning for the rest of life. For example, classic example, all of you watch this TV show called Friends, or have you heard of this show called Friends? You have seen memes la paathirpeenga. One show called Friends is there. Have you seen? Old 1990s show, it's there. Even today, it's available on Netflix or some OTT. That means, today if Vignesh goes home and goes to Netflix and watches Friends, the original cast will earn money. Every time somebody watches the movie on OTT, the original person will earn royalty. Not for all shows. அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு agreement நீ போட்டுக்கணும். Are you following, guys? Understanding? Clear? So, அவன் என்ன சொல்றானா definitionல, used by others of enterprise resources, என்னோட ரிசோர்ஸ், என்னோட பாட்டை மற்றவங்க யூஸ் பண்ணி எனக்கு என்ன வருது? Royalty வருது. புரியுதா? Are you understanding, guys? So, revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivables or other consideration from sale of goods, rendering of services or used by others of enterprise resources, yielding interest, dividend or royalty in the ordinary course of business. Super. Are you all able to follow, guys? Clear? Okay. So this is the definition of what? Half standard is over. In the ordinary course of business, another. In the wordings, we will explain in detail in AS5. But day to day, ordinary business la vara revenue. Day to day. Suddenly, let's say I took a lucky draw in Kerala for Onam lottery, 25 crores. I won the lottery, 25 crores. That is not an ordinary course of business. In our daily varan. Are you following, guys? More about this term in AS5. Okay. So now, next 5 minutes, our goal is to understand and finish this definition, memorizing the definition also. After that, I think I informed on the group yesterday, we don't have a breakfast break today. Okay. I will give you the options. If you want breakfast break, I can still give it to you. But We are going to close by what time? 10:30 is what I'm looking to close. If you want breakfast break, take the half an hour. We will close by 11. You choose. 10:30 or I don't mind even 10:15, 10:30 and close. You can eat and go. Is that fine with you all? Anybody, I don't want to put you for, or I'll give you a 15 minutes break. 9 to 9:15 if you want, but let's finish definition. You take a call. I am absolutely fine with break, without break. You take the call. I don't decide these things. Clear, guys? I'm leaving the options over here. Okay, but for now, nothing till next 15 minutes. Next 15 minutes is to master this definition. So loudly with me, guys. Revenue means gross inflow of the cash, receivables, other consideration from sale of goods, rendering of services, or use by others of enterprise resources, yielding interest, dividend, royalty in the ordinary course of business. All my recording in online live, friends, did you repeat with me? Online live. How many of you honestly did not repeat? We have 4 students. Did not repeat. Put in the chat. I didn't repeat, sir. Everybody repeated. Good. If everybody repeated, that's good. I wanted to repeat. Recording students, keep doing it. I'm repeating again and again. Try it out for a few topics. You'll know the difference. Done, guys. Now, I want you all to write the definition of revenue. 3 more times. 3 more times without looking at my face. If somebody is looking at my face, I'll make it 5 for them. Write the definition 3 times. Now, before you start writing, apply yourself and write, including online live and recording. Third time when you're writing, try to write without seeing. Third time when you're writing, try to write without seeing. Let it take 5 minutes, but do it. Keep writing, third time write without seeing, guys. Try to write the third time without seeing, push yourself, got it? Finish. Whole class I was not wearing this, is it? Was there? No idea. Okay, done, guys. So let's tell the definition again. Revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivables, other consideration from sale of goods, rendering of services, or use by others of enterprise resources, yielding interest, dividend, royalty in the ordinary course of business. Sir, so far today what I should remember, AS4 non-adjusting event treatment, that one, and AS9 la definition of revenue for exam point of view. But a lot of running notes will help you recollect the concepts of why this standard, what is the core of this definition. So part 1 of the standard is completed. Part 2 of this standard. For next 5-10 minutes, let me just give you an introduction of how it is going to look like. We are talking about recognition. First we discussed what? Revenue. Now we are discussing recognition. When should I recognize revenue? It's going to be a big chart. Basically the rest of the page, I told you one page you start concept note, top definition, same side we will finish the standard unless some of you wrote in the same page and it goes to next page. Whenever I ask you to write multiple times, you can write in rough so that your note won't get affected. Recognition is of, there are many conditions they are talking about. General conditions, special conditions. Let me finish general conditions and then we will take a pause. So under recognition, there are general conditions and special conditions. Special conditions is what is going to take most of the page, 3/4 of the page, or even rest of the page. Special conditions will take space. Under general conditions, we just have 2 points. Irukkaradu only 2 points. Okay. I'll give an example. You tell me if I can recognize revenue or not. Okay. You go to the nearby tea shop and there's a tea shop. You go and you bought a tea for rupees, 10 rupees. Okay. You told the shop person, I will make the payment tomorrow. He said, okay, now you make the payment tomorrow. Tea shop will recognize today or tomorrow. Tomorrow once you pay. Okay. But what if you don't pay? Bad debts. But bad debts are varnuna first na sales are recognized pannuma. Correct. Let's say you go to the same tea shop. You and all your friends got treat, snacks and everything. Bill came. You had no idea. Everyone took some 10-15 teas, then some snacks, then some omelette, all of that you ate. Fine. Then tea shop also told, today is your birthday. You pay whatever amount you want. Okay. Raffa niye round panni, niye pay panni. So you are going to pay some random amount to him. Can he recognize revenue? Even if he is recognizing revenue, for what amount he will recognize? Are you following? So amount ennan therana recognize panna mudiyuma revenue. Amount ennan therana only if I know that you are going to pay 500 rupees one flat amount, then I know, okay, recognize revenue for. Vignesh is saying, naalik pay pandran. Whatever I feel like I will send in GPay. Can I recognize till he pays? because I don't know what is going to pay. Sometimes they will tell, pay what you can. I will tell, pay what you can. It's okay. Are you following? Okay. So, first condition says, to recognize revenue, there should be no uncertainty in amount. Only two small conditions. Use as minimal space possible for general conditions, because rest of the page is for special conditions. Just 2 lines. Under general conditions, first is what? No uncertainty in. This is going to be a common point which we are going to see in multiple standards. We are now seeing in AS 9. It will repeat in AS 12. It will repeat in AS 16. It will repeat in AS 26. It will repeat in AS 10. Are you following? No uncertainty in. That means when you are purchasing or selling something. When I said AS 10, ஒரு asset வாங்குற. எவ்வளவு வாங்குறன்னு கேட்டேன். தெரியல. Then what entry I will pass? Are you following? No entry can be passed in the books if you don't know what the amount is. Are you understanding, guys? Your friend came to restaurant and ate with his family. You told him don't pay. He told no, I'll pay some amount. You said okay, உனக்கு என்ன தோணுதோ அதை pay பண்ண சொன்னேன். So he might pay 100 rupees. He might pay 500. He might pay 1000. Can I pass entry until he pays? Until he pays, after he pays only I can pass, because he is not going to pay 250 for one plate of biryani. He might only pay 100. So, no uncertainty in amount. Very, very important condition in the standard for whole of accounting. When you have doubtful about what the amount is, don't pass the entry. Are you following, guys? That is the first condition. No uncertainty in amount. Second condition, no uncertainty in ultimate collection. Sir, what is this? Tea shop. Vignesh went and told he took a lot of food for last 1 month. 500 rupees சேர்த்து ஒரே நாள் பே பண்றேன்னு சொன்னான். Then suddenly Vignesh is missing from the tea shop. He is not coming near tea shop. I am also searching, I am not able to find him. I called him, he didn't pick the phone. Now, will he pay the 500? Doubtful. Correct? Will he pay the 500? It is doubtful. So, whenever there is a doubt whether you will pay or not, no uncertainty in ultimate collection. I'll give a classic example. You go for shopping to a textile shop. You spent 4 hours in a saree shop or any shop, and you kept some 5 shirts separately. Then he told, sir, 5 shirts, 5,000 rupees, please pay the bill. Then you told, sir, wait pananga, I will go nearby ATM, withdraw cash and come. And you left after 4 hours of shopping and taking photos. Now, the shopkeeper, let's say you went to any textile shop, Pothys or Nalli or whatever, you took 5 shirts or any 5 clothes, you told the shopkeeper, ஒரு 10 minutesல வந்துட்டு withdraw பண்ணி, I will withdraw money and pay. Will Pothys pass the entry until you pay? They know the amount, fixed 5,000 rupees for 5 shirts. So amount is certain, but there is uncertainty in ultimate collection. Whether you will pay or not, I don't know. நீ என்ன சொன்ன, withdraw பண்ணிட்டு வரேன்னு சொல்லிட்டு you will left half an hour over, you are yet to come. Can I tell, no, he will come, let me pass sales entry, later I will collect the money, let me pass a credit sale entry, நாளைக்கு வாங்கிக்கலாம் காசு. Can I do that? Hello? Are you trying to understand what I am saying, guys? So it is an and condition. Both should be satisfied, only then you can even proceed for recognition. That means there should be no uncertainty in amount, no uncertainty in ultimate collection. Very, very important conditions you should not forget for life. Forget exam. Exam, of course, you should remember. No uncertainty in amount, no uncertainty in. That means amount evaluation definitely theriyum. 234 rupees. Exactly I should know. Plus, no doubt in collection. He will definitely pay. Appoda I can pass a credit sale or cash sale entry. Are you following, guys? These are 2 conditions. Easy. Now, before I go to special conditions, you tell me, guys, do you want to proceed for next 1 hour, 15 minutes, 1.5 hour and close, or you want a short break of 15 minutes? Break of 15 minutes? Of course, you can. We'll just go by voting. How many of you want the break? Vote. I always go for majority. 15 minutes break. Fine, majority, okay. How many of you want breakfast break of half an hour? See, democracy now I follow or no other option. So we know it's 9 o'clock. Go for a short break of just 15 minutes. We'll resume at 9:15 a.m. and continue for 1 more hour and close. Okay. Okay, let's resume, guys. I hope it was a short break. Let's resume. Let's proceed with AS9. So before the break, what did we do? We just learned the first part of standard. We understood what is definition. Now we are at a stage. If I tell you a transaction, அது ரெவென்யூவா இல்லையான்னு சொல்ல தெரியணும் உனக்கு. Correct? If let's say you sold a pen to your friend and your friend gave you 50 rupees, is this revenue? You sold your watch to your friend, he gave you 20,000 rupees for a watch which is only worth 100 rupees, is it revenue? Watch actually 100 ரூபா தான், but friend purchased for 20,000 rupees. You told Dhoni signed and sold it, அவன் வாங்கிட்டான் காசு கொடுத்து, is it revenue? Yes. Amount is not material, amount இருந்தா போதும். I gave gift to my friend for free, is it revenue? Revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivable or other consideration for each other. Free things is not revenue. What, even if it's free sample, அது என்ன என்ட்ரின்னு போடுவோம் revenue? I can't post. So ஒரு amount இருந்தால் தான் I can sell. I can sell for profit or loss, not relevant in AS9. You sold goods for amount, it's revenue. Now we started discussing about recognition. I classified into general and special conditions. General conditions, no uncertainty in amount, no uncertainty in ultimate collections. Now special conditions, once I finish special conditions, standard is 95% completed. Then we can straight away go for questions. Are you following, guys? 4 and 9 are simple standards. I am starting off with something simple for you to get the hang of the subject. Then slowly I will go for other topics. Initial first 2-3 topics I am looking to take AS. This time that's every chapter we have is big chapter. Whichever chapter is big chapter, then branch I will take little later and buy back ESOP. So chapters ரொம்ப கம்மி தான் இருக்கிறது, மொத்தமா 5, 6, 7 chapters is what we have. We will start one chapter also soon. I am just waiting for you to get the book in hand so I can start chapters. AS now we can manage. Fine. Special conditions, they are classifying. Now revenue is revenue from gross inflow of cash, receivables, other consideration from sale of goods, rendering of services, used by others of enterprise resources. Special condition is talking about special situation like sale of goods. Next, rendering of services used by others of yielding interest, dividend or royalty. So yielding this, we will discuss that, guys. I will write that again. So each of the scenario, special circumstance, general condition and the two condition, no uncertainty in amount, no uncertainty in ultimate connection, always applicable for all situations. அது இல்லாம extra condition தான் special condition for each of the scenario. You can continue in the same chart. I told you split as general, special. Special again you can split into 3. How to plan the space? With the available space you have, services you give about 50% of the space, 25%, 25%. That's it. Available space, don't write the percentage on the notebook and all. I'm just telling you to plan your space in chart. That's it. First I will finish used by others of enterprise resource, then go for rendering of service, then go for sale of goods. What are the 3 things in enterprise resources? The question is, either receive or I'm going to get this. If I'm going to receive this, when should I pass the entry? If I'm going to receive interest, when should I pass the entry for interest? Let me give an example. Let's say bank is going to pay interest twice every year. Twice every year. 1st May and 1st November. What is the gap between 1st May to 1st November? மறுபடியும் 1st November to 1st May. So basically 6 months once he is going to pay interest every 1st May and 1st November. Bank is going to pay interest. Now I have invested in the bank. I have invested in the bank. Let's say you invested 1 lakh in the bank. For ease of computation, let's keep interest at 10%. So interest you will be receiving is for the whole year 10% per annum. Correct? Interest is 10% per annum. On 1st May, how much you will receive? Half, 6 months, 5,000. 1st November, 5,000. Super. Okay. Now, let me write financial year in the same chart. April 2023 to March 2023. Now, when I introduce financial year here in the same timeline, okay, same timeline, follow guys. In this timeline, I am getting interest on 1st May, 1st November, correct? Correct guys, I will be able to follow. I am putting the interest time with financial year timeline, okay. So in the year, April 23 to March 23, last எப்போ வாங்கின interest? 1st November, correct? Last எப்போ வந்திருக்கு interest என் கைக்கு? 1st November. Are you following guys? 1st November is when I received the interest. அதான் last getting the interest, correct? That covers அப்பனா 1st November interest வந்துச்சுன்னா previous periodக்கு interest வந்துச்சு, correct? Okay. Next interest எப்போ வரும்? 1st May தான் I will receive. So 1st November, what entry I will pass? Bank account debit to interest income. This will be transferred to P&L account, correct? I am passing for my எனக்கு interest வர entry, correct? This is the entry I will pass for 5,000 rupees on 1st November. Next, when I will pass the entry? 1st May. Correct or wrong? I will pass on 1st May. Are we following cash basis of accounting or accrual basis? School, foundation, and always we follow only accrual basis. Yes or no? So, if I am going to follow only accrual basis, as on 31st March 2024, as on 31st March 2024, already in this interest period of how many months? 1st November to 1st May. 1st November to 1st May, how many months over? மொத்தமா 6 months. As of 31st March, how many months are over? 4 or 5? 5 months. November, December, Jan, Feb, March. April ஒரே month, 1st May, not May 31st. Okay வா? So, in other words, எனக்கு வர வேண்டிய இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட்ல I will receive interest for 6 months. This is the full period of 6 months. I will receive for this full period of 6 months. But this period of 5 months, I am yet to receive, correct? Rainbow color la pota and the 5 months from 1st November to 31st March, yet to receive. If I pass the entry on 1st May 2024, that means it's being accounted in the next year, correct? It's being accounted in the next year. Does it make sense? No, because next year how much income have you earned? 1 month தான். சிம்பிளா சொல்றேன். 12 months over. rent payable is 1 lakh per month. நான் ரெண்டே பே பண்ணல full year. Entry pass பண்ணனும். I have to pay rent for this classroom 1 lakh per month, assume. Because there is no money, I haven't paid rent for 1 full year. Will I pass any entry or no entry? Outstanding entry I have to pass. Entry is rent account debit to rent payable, correct? Or rent outstanding, correct? Now cash accounting system follow பண்ணல. Cash means I will pass the entry only when I pay. Accrual na period based accounting, correct? So I able to follow, guys. With the same logic here, if I pass the interest entry on 1st May, then I am accounting previous year income in next year, correct? That rainbow color 5 months is the previous year accounting period of 23-24 financial year. But if I pass the entry on 1st May, it gets accounted in 24-25. Is it correct? Is it correct accounting? Can I do like that? Can I pass fully in this 24-25? No, because this 5 months belongs to 31st March. So as on 31st March, what should I do? I have to pass accrual entry. Interest varla, but my entry will be interest accrued or interest receivable account to interest income. Interest accrued also I can use. Interest accrued, interest receivable to interest income amount, guys. 5 months or 6 months 5 months. So it will be 1 lakh into 10% into 5/12. How much? 10,000 into 5/12. Quickly, guys, if you tell me the amount, I can fill it. Sorry? Are you following, guys? This I will pass as on which day? 31st March. How many of you understood? How many of you repeat again? Follow? Yes, online. Okay. Simple concept. Salary, I have to pay 1 lakh per month. Pay panla. In my P&L, what will be the amount of salary in debit for all 12 months? What will be the amount of salary in P&L debit? How much? I'll give options. 12 lakhs, 0. How many of you 0? Just tell me what do you think 0. How many of you 12 lakhs? Salary in P&L debit as expense, guys. Expense or salary na pay panla. Expense salary. How many of you 12 lakhs will come? Online I have one hand. Abhi. Anybody else 12 lakhs? How many of you 0? Then others? Sorry? Outstanding. What is the entry for outstanding? Salary account debit to salary outstanding. 12 lakhs, 12 lakhs. So that means what will come here? 12 lakhs will come in P&L debit. In balance sheet, I will write outstanding salary as. So whether I pay an expense or not, I will account it for accrual concept. What expense belongs in that period, I will account, correct? Accrual is something we use left, right, center. Credit sale, 10,000. Even though I have not received the money, I am passing entry. Why? Because that income belongs to that year, correct? The income belongs to that year. Credit sale itself is a concept of accrual. Do you all remember this, guys? Foundation, first class I teach this. What is accrual? What is cash basis? Are you all able to follow? Can you give me more examples for accrual base of accounting? More examples for accrual base of accounting. Credit purchase, then credit sales na solita, then what else? What else, guys? For accrual basis, what else is there? Nobody knows any example. Rent outstanding, prepaid expenses, salary outstanding. How many of you don't know? First time I'm hearing, sir, accrual. I don't know what is accrual. Hello? Shall I go back and teach the basics, foundation accounts for 5 classes, then come here? Are you following? Accrual basis is basically income or expense that belongs to that period of 12 months should be accounted in that period, whether income is actually received or expense is actually paid. Correct? Correct? So, salary na pay பண்றனாலோ இல்லையோ I will account. Correct? அதே மாதிரி sales எனக்கு கையில காசு வருதோ இல்லையோ, whether I am receiving the money or not, I will write what? Credit sales. Same way, interest income, I have to account if it's accrued or if it's received. Interest income will be accounted if it is accrued. Kaila varlano, I have to account it. Correct? Now, let's say, I'll give an example. I am a bank. I gave 10 lakh loan to, let's say, Sandhya. Okay. She has to pay me interest of 1 lakh. Okay. So, I am a bank, SBI. So, this is my P&L account. So, I will write by interest income 1 lakh. Correct? For me, income is what? Interest. Sandhya is yet to make the payment. Sandhya, I know pay panla. Can I write 1 lakh here? Yes or no? That's the whole point of accrual. Because this income is earned already. Whether she pays or not, later I will account for it. So, I will pass the entry interest accrued account debit to interest income 1 lakh. Later when she makes the payment, my entry will be bank to interest accrued same 1 lakh. Correct? Correct? So, same way in this example, in this interest example, if you see, as of 31st March, if I have to rewrite that again, I'll better rewrite. As of 31st March 2024, have I received any interest? No. Because interest will be received only on 1st May தான் என் கையில் எவ்வளோ வரும்? 5,000 rupees வரும். அப்போ தான் I will pass the entry bank account debit 5,000 to some account. Lastly, when I got interest, 1st November. That means for this period of 5 months in this year, interest is earned but not received. So, on 31st March, I will pass interest accrual entry. What entry pass பண்ணுவேன்? Interest accrued account debit to interest income. How much amount? Interest for 5 months. That's what you guys calculated. 4167. Are you following, guys? This I will pass now. Later I will pass bank account debit to interest accrued to interest income. 5 months will be interest accrued, 1 month will be interest income, because this 1 month, next year or 1 month. Are you following, guys? How many of you are not able to understand? Feel free to ask. I don't mind explaining even 5 times, but I want you all to understand. Anybody not understanding? Last 1 month, మొత్తమా 6 months of 5 months belongs to in their income. 1 month belongs to next year. என்ட்ரி பேங்க் என்ட்ரி நெக்ஸ்ட் இயர் போடுவேன், இந்த இன்கம் என்ட்ரி இந்த இயர் போடுவேன். ஸோ நான் என்ன பண்ணுவேன்னா மொத்தமாக இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் எவ்வளோ அதை ரெண்டாக பிரிச்சிருவேன். 4167 5 months, அப்போனா பேலன்ஸ் எவ்வளோ 833 1 month. இந்த இன்கம் வந்து I will account in previous year. இந்த income I will account in current year. If I want to write number na, for example 23 24 24 25, but full 6000 5000 is received only in current year. So in the full 5000 receipt also I will pass in this year. Income entry இப்படி split பண்ணுவேன். காசு வர, this is like credit sale, income accrued. credit sale debtors to sales போடுவோமா, அந்த என்ட்ரி இப்படி பிரிக்கிறேன். பட் காசு வருது இல்லை, அது ஃபுல்லாக இந்த இயரில் போட்டுரும். எப்போ வருதோ அப்போ. ஆர் யூ ஃபாலோயிங் கைஸ்? அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்டிங்? கிளியர்? இஃப் யூ வாண்ட் த என்ட்ரிஸ் ஃபார் 4167, entry will be interest accrued to interest income 41 in the year 23 24. இதே this year it will be bank account debit 5000. Out of this 5000, how much is current year interest income? 833 is current year income. So balance 4167 is previous year interest accrued, which is now being reversed. This will be the entry in next year 24 25. Are you following guys? Now after discussing all of this, what is the standard AS9 saying? What should I remember for exam? This is the concept. அவன் என்ன சொல்றான், இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட்டை எப்படி ரெகக்னைஸ் பண்ணும், ஸ்பெஷல் கண்டிஷன்ஸ், ஹவு டு ரெகக்னைஸ் இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட், வாட் பேசிஸ், that's all. அதான் ஆன்சர். I'm trying to say interest income or any interest expense will be accounted, recognized on accrual time basis, irrespective of when it is actually received. Just now we saw, I don't care when 5000 is received, I will split as 4167 and 8333, which is the concept of accrual. Are you following guys? Understanding? Clear? Following? No? Sure, 100%. Question if I give, you will be able to solve. Okay, next dividend எப்படி அக்கவுண்ட் பண்ணுவோம் அப்போ? So interest, you know, you learned, what did I learn now? When to pass entry for interest, when I should pass accrual basis. Clear guys? Next is dividend, when to pass the entry. For this, if you know, dividend chapter will become much easier in 123 Companies Act, but dividend is basically something which is declared by board of directors and approved by shareholders. We will anyway see in law class in detail 123. Basically, dividend is something which company gives the shareholder. When can shareholder pass the entry? On the day it is declared or day it is received. For example, 17th August, ITC declared dividend. I received on 25th August only, I received it. Which day will I pass the entry? Are you following guys? Date of declaration or date of receipt? Date of, if I am following date of receipt, then again I am following cash base of accounting. Are we following cash basis? No, cash basis is cash account. Nowhere, whether it's sole proprietor, partnership, company, trust, யாருக்கு பண்ணாலும் accrual தான். Cash basis will come only in one exception, we will see that later. So accrual னா என்ன வரணும்? 17th August, when dividend is declared and approved. Are you following guys? So for dividend, you will write down, they use the words something called when right to receive is established. They use it like wordings like dividend என்ன வரும் when right to receive is established. When right to receive is established, which is nothing but when the dividend is declared and approved. When dividend is declared and approved is what we understand, but AS 9 uses the word when right to receive is established. Clear guys? So what remember now? Interest went to account income, accrual basis. Dividend went to account income when right to receive is established. What about royalty? Royalty, na, it changes. For example, Harry Potter novel is there, correct? How many of you read that? Anybody here? No, nanu padikala, but just asking. Okay, but are you aware about Harry Potter novel? Long back movies and all came. Have you seen, not seen, doesn't matter. But novel one irukku, J.K. Rowling wrote that book, correct? Such fiction, correct? Now, even today if you go to, let's say, some store and purchase the Harry Potter book, she will earn the money, correct? And leave Harry Potter book, any book for that matter. If you purchase the book, the author will earn the royalty. Now, can I say Chetan Bhagat from India and J.K. Rowling from UK, both of them will earn the same royalty. Why? Are you following, guys? So, percentage given to J.K. Rowling could be much higher than percentage given to Chetan Bhagat, or it could be opposite. We don't know. Royalty terms, sir. Now, ஒரு வாட்டி ஒரு பாட்டை கேட்டா, how much will the composer earn? How many paisa he will earn? Not rupees. That will change for every song and every artist, correct? What A.R. Rahman earns may be different from what Anirudh earns for a song. Each contract for royalty is different, correct? If I want, I can start a franchisee of KFC in Chennai. Adhik I have to pay franchise fees to KFC, correct? Tomorrow if you want to start, you can also start, but the royalty I pay and the royalty you pay may be different. Number different, rendu perum vera terms vepa. Are you able to follow? Understanding, guys? So royalty ku avan enna solran, you account revenue as per terms and conditions of contract. Account revenue as per terms and conditions of contract. Account revenue as per terms and conditions of contract. So what's the condition, guys? In case of interest accrual, dividend, right to receive, royalty as per terms and conditions of the contract. Are you following, guys? Goods I will do later. Next time going for rendering of service. Rendering of service is split into two. Rendering of service I am splitting into two. I will write some service this side, some service. This is the last concept. I will finish rendering of service. Sale of goods I will not take it up today. I will see time based. We will do a few questions. Okay. I will write few service here, few service here. நீ என்ன டிஃபரன்ஸ் சொல்லணும் எனக்கு, ஓகேவா? PVR saloon, which we discuss பண்ணதா I'm going to repeat again. Education, telecom. What is the difference? Prepaid, postpaid na kekaliye. Okay, no, education prepaid yaar sonanga, sometimes you can pay later also. Saloon also nee apparama da pay pannuva, sometimes before, depends on saloon. So what is the difference? One side I will put PVR, basically movies and saloon. Other side education, telecom. What else I can keep? Insurance vekkala inga. Okay, can you tell me difference? Exactly, that was the exact answer I'm looking for. This side, your name. Monica. Okay, she's spot on. She has told. PVR saloon. Don't answer, sir. PVR na poi padam paapen. அந்த மாதிரி நான் கேட்கல. Education அதே ஆன்லைன்ல I'll watch class. The point I wanted to drive home is PVR saloon are services where the service starts and ends mostly on the same day. Correct? Write other things here. What else will come this side, left hand side? Other services that you know. Okay. PVR saloon. These are services which start and end significantly on the same day or maybe one day buffer. Night show na அடுத்த நாள் போய் முடியும். Correct? So the start and end is at a single point of time. So service at a single point of time. புரியுதா? The other one, education, telecom, அந்த சர்வீஸ் ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணா முடியறதுக்கு it might take weeks, months or years. கரெக்டா? Insurance prepaid 3 months, 1 month, 6 months I will pay. Are you able to follow, guys? So this is service performed over a period of time. Are you following till here, guys? So special conditions under that rendering of service, service is classified into two: service at a single point of time or service performed over a period of time. Just checking one thing. Yeah. Now what are we discussing? First of all, online live recording. Why am I discussing this? Either conclude panni, what is the conclusion? In the question I'm looking for answer here. Definition of recognition. Perfect. When should I recognize revenue? So that's why I'm classifying சீக்கிரமா முடிக்கிற service, quickly completed service. It's called as service at a single point of time. Or second one, service performed over a period of time. So நீ எந்த service na யோசிச்சுக்கோ. Whatever you think, sir, I go for spa service, sir, I'm going for mobile service, service repair. Can I classify everything in these two buckets? One single point of time, and the single point na oru naal கிடையாது, a short period starts and ends. One more is over a period of time. அப்படி classify பண்ணிடலாமா? Now single point of time. Back to PVR example, back to haircut example. PVR should recognize when. நீயே logically useful. When should I recognize? Let's say I started the class, I finished all the topics and 2 topics I didn't take. Can I say class is over? Can I say 2 topics you see outside? Will you accept? If I am not able to take, okay, if some other faculty is taking, it's fine. And the topic mudja is enough for you, correct? If the academy itself doesn't take the topic and sends you home without completing 20% syllabus, what will you tell? You will ask for a fees refund, correct? Or you will tell, I am not happy with the service, correct? Exactly, when you go to a restaurant, if you order something, you want the whole meal. 2 things missing, na, of course, you're going to show your dissatisfaction. So, as a service provider, I can be satisfied only after the service is completed for you. Appada I can recognize revenue, correct? PVR, even though you are booking the ticket before, PVR will account revenue only when recognize revenue after services completed. Recognize revenue after services completed. Sir, I pay பண்ணல sir. முடி வெட்டி ஓடி போய்ட்டான். After haircut, he ran away. Will I recognize revenue? Yes. Again, guys, am I following cash basis or accrual basis? So remember, it does not, for this standard, it does not matter when the amount is paid, because that is cash basis. What matters is accrual, when the service is completed. Are you following? I am taking you back to basics. Are you following? So, sir, saloon, I paid before, I paid after. PVR ticket, I paid 1 week advance, 1 month advance pre-booking. I paid after the movie is over. I don't care. I didn't pay. I don't care. Recognize service after the services. That's it. Adan conclusion. So PVR will recognize revenue once the movie is completed. End credits varulla. Appo recognize pannu. Because before that, service is not done. How can I recognize revenue? Haircutting, he can recognize service only after the haircut is over. Padi panta, can he recognize half revenue? No. Are you following? So think of all the services which are short period, it's only over there. That is fine, easy. What about service performed over a period of time? Let's take your class itself. Assuming class is starting in Feb 2024, assume it goes till September 2024. When you paid the fees is of no concern to me. Are you understanding? You can pay fees in installment. You can pay fully in advance. You can pay fully later. I don't care. Why? What? That is cash basis. Nee fees kurta base panni na account pannuna. If I have to account based on when you give fees, it's a cash based of accounting. Correct? So I am following only an accrual. So I don't care when you paid. What I should care here? What should I care? How to account for class? CA interclass, 6 subjects, new syllabus, started in Feb 24, got over in September 2024. We have whatever time left, the time we are taken. When should the academy recognize revenue? September 24 after class completion. Middle there is one financial year also ending, correct? So there is 2 financial year, 23, 24. This is the main. See, ellame ore year na, I don't bother. Our batch, if you see, we are now starting in September. We will finish worst case in Feb. Maximum. Up to this time, 2 subjects less. Easily we can finish. Earlier 8 subjects needed 1000 hours minimum. Now 6 subjects, roughly only 800. So almost 200 hours we are saving. So easily we can complete. Okay. So full revenue, whether you pay the fees now, pay the fees later, fully I will recognize in this financial year. That's why I didn't give your example. I am talking about the other batch. Feb to September, 2 financial years. When to recognize? Anybody? Logically think and tell. எப்படி சொல்றேன்? 2 months revenue அங்க balance எங்கன்னு சொல்றேன். So நான் ஒரு 3 options தரேன். Okay. He is saying time basis. Sir, time month பிரிச்சு போட்டுருக்குன்னு சொல்றேன். Correct? I am saying first option in 23, 24, 24, 25. Here I did 0% syllabus. Just class started. Full 100% syllabus got over here. Option 2, 30% syllabus got over here. 70% syllabus got over here. Option 3, 50% syllabus here. 50% syllabus here. Option 4, last one. Syllabus went equally in all months. Equal pantu ponu. 4 scenarios. How to recognize revenue? Based on the percentage. First option na 0, 100, full 100 next year. Based on percentage of work done. எவ்வளோ வேலை முடிச்சனோ அவ்வளோ பண்ணுவேன். This I cannot tell. I will recognize after completion, because what if I completed 50% here? Accrual, 50% accrued here. You can't recognize next year. புரியுதா? Construction will go for 3 years. You can't recognize revenue after construction of 3 years. This year I finished ground floor. Okay, 20% recognize. Next year I finished first floor. Okay, recognize one more 30%. Purida logic. Why I can't do after completion? Because of the long period. Wait pandran. So as and when the work is completed, I can recognize. For example, assuming you paid 10,000 rupees for advanced accounting class. Today AS4 and AS9 is over. 1% of syllabus I will recognize, or let's say 2% of syllabus I will recognize 2% of revenue. Purida? Are you able to follow, guys? எவ்வளவு வேலை முடிக்கிறனோ அப்பப்போ I'll recognize. That's why they are saying were performed over a period of time, we will recognize in percentage of ஒர்க் டன் மெத்தட். புரியுதா? எவ்வளோ எவ்வளோ வேலை பண்ணால் அவ்வளோ எவ்வளோ ரெக்கக்னைஸ் பண்ணலாம். ஈஸியாக இருக்கா? ஆர் யூ ஃபாலோயிங் கைஸ்? மேக் சென்ஸ்? காமன் சென்ஸ்? Maximum, what is the period that this service can go? 2-3 years போலாம். Insurance na 1 year, correct? Prepaid na 1 year. Education, do you pay fees for all 12 years, LKG to 12th? In LKG, is there any school collecting LKG to 12th? Are you paying CA foundation to final? ஒரே வாட்டி fees pay பண்றியா? You are paying one by one, correct? That's what we do. So you don't have to worry about what if it goes for 5 or 7 years. Doctor, 5 years MBBS course. Is there any college in India collecting all the 5 years college fee at once? My brother is doing mechanical engineering. He pays yearly, semester only he'll pay fees, correct? Anywhere do we pay full course fee? Hello? Are you going to pay? No. So, education, even though education is for 14 years in school or 12 years, you are paying yearly. So, on the year I will recognize. Are you following, guys? Understanding, guys? So, sir, exam ko what should I remember, sir? Definition of revenue. Revenue means gross inflow of cash, receivables, other consideration from sale of cash, so sale of goods, rendering of services used by others of enterprise resources, yielding interest, dividend or royalty in ordinary course of business. I know what's revenue. Next, how to account recognize revenue. 2 types of conditions, general and under general. You have no uncertainty in amount, no uncertainty in ultimate collection. Special conditions Muna Pirsna, used by others, rendering of service, sale of goods. Used by others, interest, accrual, dividend, right to receive basis, royalty, based on terms and conditions of each contract. Rendering of service, service ronda pirchta another, based on single service at a single given point of time or over a period of time. At a given point of time, recognize revenue after the services completed. Over a period of time, recognize revenue on percentage of completion basis. Anywhere do I use cash? When it's paid, I don't care. Are you following, guys? Understanding? So what is left in the standard is sale of goods. That itself will take me half an hour to explain. I can see again, exam viewpoint, this sale of service, I can just draw this chart and tell, guys, 2 types of service. Single point of time, performed over a period of time. Single point na this, performed over na proportionate, over, enough for exam. But I'm trying to derive the answer from you guys. Correct? Giving you options, splitting. You tell me, can I continue teaching this way or I'll jump to faster method? This way. Fine. Okay. Sale of goods will take time. So what I will do, I can give sale of goods 1 minute la mudichidalam. Down arrow, ownership when recognize revenue when this happens, 1 line. But there is no fun over there. You have to memorize. Logic. I'll give examples. Let's say you go to supermarket, take a Coke bottle fell down and broke. Nee pay panla, will you recognize revenue? Like this way, I'll bring some scenarios and try to get that concept. But before that, what I will do, let me just take a few questions in AS9 for you to get confirmed what to say. Confidence in this topic. We will do 1 or 2 few questions and then I have to dictate answer presentation. I will focus on that and then we will wind up. Let's just do 1 or 2 questions for the sake of it so that you will feel confident. So question number 1. Yes, Sandhya, choose somebody in the class quickly of your choice. Fast. Sandhya only, right? Yes, fast, choose someone. Your choice. Known, unknown, stranger, anybody. Yes, introduce yourself and read it. 2 introductions today. Yes. Your Vinodini, okay. YCA, where are you from? Passion, goal. Parents force பண்ணி உள்ள போட்டாங்க. Honest answer. Next. பரவாயில்ல, honesty is what we need. Next. Where are you from? Okay, nice. And passion goal. பரவாயில்ல சொல்லலாம். Passion, yes. Hobbies. It can be watching movies, could be a passion or anything. Craft, art, nice. Okay. Goal. Sorry. Settled life. Okay. Whatever it defines for you, whatever amount you have in mind. Settled life. Good. Yes, Vinodini, correct? Yes, Vinodini, can you read question 1 for us? Fine. Online live and recording students, don't look at my face. Sir, I can't hear the question. Of course, you can't hear the question because student here is reading. Don't message me, sir, I can't hear. In this gap, recording students, whenever you don't hear the question, is for you to read the question. As simple as that. Why I am giving so much time to read the question? You need to read the question in exam twice. Once when Vinodini read, you read with her. One more time you will read now. I'll give you 30 seconds. And then help the accountant. He cannot make up his mind. You help him out. Answer. Anybody answer? Okay, at least I'll brief the question. See if you're understanding what is intended for you to understand. The board of directors of the company decided to increase sale price of certain items. Retrospectively, what is it? I'll explain what it is. From 1st Jan, upon last 3 months price increase pandra. In view of this price revision, from 1st Jan, company has to receive 15 lakhs from its customers for this 3 months period. Jan 22 to March 22. Accountant is not sure whether to include this extra 15 lakhs in sales. Okay, let's say you subscribed for Netflix and paying 1000 rupees per month. 3 months use panni mudichta. Jan, Feb, March, you use Netflix. 1000 rupees per month. In April, Netflix is coming and telling, naanga Netflix price increase pandrom. From 1000 rupees per month, we are making it 2000 rupees per month. நீ என்ன பண்ணுவ? If you are okay, you will continue. Otherwise, you will cancel. Correct? Now he is sending a mail. Please pay due of 3000 rupees. Enna due nu kekra nee? He is saying, you used Netflix in Jan, Feb, March. You paid how much? 1000. Are you following, guys? I paid 1000 in each of these months. And then what is happening? In April, I am increasing the price to 2000, not from April, from Jan. புரியுதா? Are you following? நான் ஏப்ரல்ல பிரைஸ மாத்துறேன். எவ்வளவு மாத்துறேன்? நெட்ஃபிளிக்ஸ் சப்ஸ்கிரிப்ஷன். பட் எஃபெக்டிவ் டேட் ஜான். ஸோ நான் பழைய கஸ்டமர் என்ன சொல்றேன், நீ ஆல்ரெடி 3000 rupees பே பண்ணிட்ட, பரவாயில்ல. Now again pay me how much? Will you pay? Will you pay, guys? You go to Pothys and you buy one shirt for 500. Bill panni you left. Next week is calling and telling, sir, sorry sir, that shirt is 5,000 rupees. Please pay extra 2,000. What you will tell? block பண்ணி விட்டுருவா phone. Will you pay, guys? Or let's take our class itself. Whatever X amount of fees you paid and joined. After the class started, after 1 month, admin is coming and saying, we are increasing the fees by 10,000. Pay 10,000 each. Will you pay? Not a single rupee you will pay. Correct? So, retrospective na, I am increasing or changing something not from today, from the past. Are you following, guys? Suddenly, ICA is saying, new syllabus effective from 2018. That will be possible. That is called retrospective. Making a change and the change is applicable from the past. Are you understanding? So here, do you think 15 lakhs will be paid by customers? I am changing price from January, asking him to pay extra 15 lakhs. Will he pay? Therefore, can I recognize revenue? No. Reason? Uncertainty in amount, uncertainty in ultimate collection. So you will write that in this case the company will not recognize revenue or cannot recognize revenue because there is uncertainty in ultimate collection. End. Full stop. Are you following, guys? Clear? Let's just do one more question and then I'll dictate answer. Okay, question number 2. Yes, same student, Vinodini, correct? In what basis can X Limited recognize the revenue? Interest on accrual, royalty on, terms and conditions between the parties. That's it. Answer over. Are you following, guys? Clear? Fine. Yeah. So these 2 questions I'll stop with, or can I see do one more question? It's fine. I'll stop with these 2 questions. So AS9, I'm going to dictate answer. That's why AS9, what's pending as of now is sale of goods, some miscellaneous concepts on the 5% and these questions. So next class in the first 1 hour max, 1 hour we will finish off AS9. But till here are you clear? We will have the next class next week, not tomorrow or maybe tomorrow also, I don't know. Schedule might change, I'm not sure. But sometime next week. So before you come, you revise AS9. Now the last 20 minutes, we have class till 10:30. I'm just going to dictate an answer. Same answer that we wrote. Of course, our answer will not match because I changed the answer. But how to write an answer? Okay. This is something which we take from law. What we do in law is what we have to do here. Okay. What depends on the marks also. How many marks it is. Forget about a difference question or forget about a direct question, which I will discuss in law. We are mostly going to have a case study based question. So far, even though it is accounts class, I have not done any computation yet. AS4, AS9 are case study based theoretical standards, correct? We are still yet to go and prepare P&L, balance sheet, do sums. That is only real accounts. We will have that soon. But now, how to write a theoretical answer in accounts? Accounts, the presentation is not an issue because 75 to 80 marks is going to be sums. Sums, prepare the schedule 3, profit and loss account, balance sheet, ledger, journal. Anybody does not know basics, ledger, journal, trial balance here? Science student, first time I'm studying, sir, direct entry from UG. No one that like that. Fine, because basics, I am presuming that for a trial balance, you know how to prepare balance sheet for sole proprietor. Basics. Clear, guys? We will anyway get there in schedule 3 preparation. Now, I am going to focus on the case study based answer. How to write the answer. Very simple. If a case study based answer comes, look for how many marks question it is. 4 or 5 marks is one type of case study. 2 or 3 marks is another type of case study. Your answer should be in such a way, it should be like a court judgment. Okay. So, what do I mean by that? First, I will write the facts of the case. In the question, what is this question they're asking? What is the summary? Facts and then next paragraph, I will write the full provision that they're asking. Then I will write the analysis and conclusion. If it's a 4 or 5 mark question, this will be the flow for writing the answer. If it's a 2 or 3 mark question, you don't have to write the facts, because how many marks does facts carry in exam? 0. But we will write for presentation purpose. And if it's a 2 or 3 mark question, this provision analysis I can merge and then write the conclusion. What you would have written will actually the 2 or 3 mark answer only. Okay. Now I'll just dictate an answer for one of these questions. Of course, the answer is going to be significantly varying from what you learn, but idea is we will improve presentation. This will help us more than accounts in law also. Law, I'll be doing a lot of this presentation work. Accounts, I'll just maybe read this question and one more question in some other chapter little later. That's it. Okay. So question 2, earthquake destroyed major warehouse on 20th May. Accounting year of the company ended on 31st March. Accounts were approved on 30th June. Loss from earthquake is 30 lakhs. State whether adjusting or non-adjusting event. Simple question. Okay. Write down last 15 minutes. I will dictate the answer. Have a look at it and then we will wind up. So write down, guys. Online live also I am dictating. So follow what I am dictating. First, major warehouse on ACO Limited is destroyed after the year ending. Major warehouse of ACO Limited is destroyed after the year ending. Major warehouse of ACO Limited is destroyed after the year ending, comma, the company has to decide whether the loss is an adjusting or non-adjusting event. The company has to decide whether the loss is an adjusting or non-adjusting event. Full stop. How many lines? 2 to 3 lines. Now, this facts question don't have to write in the date this happened, in the date that happened. All that will come in analysis. I am not asking you to copy paste the question. Facts question question. Warehouse got destroyed in the loss. It got destroyed after year ending. It's adjusting and non-adjusting event. That's it. Same logic I will tell in law. Our questions will be huge. 10 line in exam. You should summarize the facts to 2 to 3 lines. Always. Maximum 4 lines. What is the requirement in the question? Enna address pannu? Are you understanding, guys? Come to provisions. As per AS4, next paragraph, as per AS4, contingencies and events occurring after balance sheet date. You can choose to write the standard name if you remember. Otherwise, you can write as per AS4. Purida. If you remember the name, write the full name. Otherwise, write as per AS4, contingencies and events occurring after the balance sheet date. As per AS4, contingencies and events occurring after balance sheet date, comma or full stop. Events occurring after balance sheet date are those events. Definition you have to write fully. Events occurring after balance sheet date are those events both favorable or unfavorable. அப்படியே copy paste definition. Events occurring after balance sheet date are those events both favorable or unfavorable that occur between the balance sheet date and the date on which financial statements are approved by the board of directors or competent authority. Look at the definition, write the full definition. You know the definition you learnt yesterday. Write it. If you remember, good. Otherwise, copy and write. Write the whole definition. Able to follow, guys? Events occurring after balance sheet date are those events occurring between date of financial year up to date of approval by board. Full stop or next line. These events are classified into adjusting or non-adjusting events. These events are classified into adjusting or non-adjusting events. Adjusting events are those events, again definition. Adjusting events are those events which provide an additional evidence. Right, again guys, try the definition. Sorry. Adjusting events are those events which provide an additional evidence of a condition or situation that existed on balance sheet date. Adjusting events are those events which provide an additional evidence of a condition or situation that existed on balance sheet date. Are you following, guys? Next line, or you can continue. Non-adjusting events are those events. Non-adjusting events are new events which occur after the balance sheet date. Non-adjusting events are new events which occur after the balance sheet date. Non-adjusting events are new events occurring after balance sheet date. Done, guys. Next line. Every adjusting event has an impact on the financial statements. However, for a non-adjusting event, no treatment will be done in the current financial year. However, for a non-adjusting event, no treatment will be done in the current financial year. No treatment in the current financial year. Continue or next line. Where a non-adjusting event is material, or a non-adjusting event is a significant material event affecting going concern, is a material event affecting going concern, then the non-adjusting event becomes an adjusting event. Let me repeat. Where a non-adjusting event is a material event affecting going concern, where a non-adjusting event is a material event affecting going concern, then the non-adjusting event becomes an adjusting event. Becomes an adjusting event. However, where the non-adjusting event is material but not affecting going concern. However, where a non-adjusting event is material but not affecting going concern, it is sufficient where a non-adjusting event is material but not affecting going concern. It is sufficient if the same is disclosed in the director's report. It is sufficient if the same is disclosed in the director's report. It is sufficient if the same is disclosed in the director's report. Full stop. I will tell you what you can skip and all later. With this, we are ending the provision. Are you following, guys? I'm talking about a 5-mark question, giving you the as detailed possible. Next paragraph. So in provision, what have you learned? I know it's long, but let me finish and tell you. Yedala irrelevant, you can remove, I will tell you, okay? Provision basically talks only about the concept, nothing about the question. Next paragraph is the analysis. Now you will write, in the above case, the financial year ended on 31st March. In the above case of ACO Limited, ACO, in the above case of ACO Limited, or in the above case, the financial year ended on 31st March and the financial statements were approved by the board. In the above case of ACO Limited, the financial year ended on 31st March and the financial statements were approved by the board of directors on 30th June, and the financial statements are approved by the board of directors on 30th June. Any event occurring between this period, any event occurring between this period is covered in AS4. Any event occurring between this period is covered in AS4. Are you following, guys? Full stop. On 20th May, earthquake destroyed a major warehouse of ACO Limited. On 20th May, earthquake destroyed a major warehouse of ACO Limited amounting to a loss of 30 lakhs. On 20th May, earthquake destroyed a major warehouse of ACO Limited amounting to a loss of 30 lakhs. Amounting to a loss of 30 lakhs. The earthquake is a new event occurring after balance sheet date. The earthquake is a new event occurring after balance sheet date and hence is a non-adjusting event. Earthquake is a new event occurring after balance sheet date and hence is a non-adjusting event. Are you following, guys? And hence is a non-adjusting event. Full stop. This is what you should have also written till here in the homework, because this is everything I taught you. Idhukku mela the analysis is going to come. Is a non-adjusting event. Full stop. However, if the loss of 30 lakhs is material and affecting going concern, however, if the loss from earthquake, or instead of amount you can write, however, if the loss from earthquake is material and affecting going concern, ACO Limited should consider the event as an adjusting event. However, if the loss from earthquake is material and affecting going concern, ACO Limited should consider this as an adjusting event. ACO Limited should consider this as an adjusting event. Comma, if the loss is material but not affecting going concern, if the loss is material and not affecting going concern, loss is material and not affecting going concern, ACO Limited should disclose the details in the director's report. ACO Limited should disclose the details of loss in the director's report. ACO Limited will disclose the loss in the director's report. Are you guys following? That's it. Full stop. Are you able to follow, guys? Conclusion will be one line. Here they haven't asked for a one line conclusion. They're asking help. So we gave the help. All scenarios. Are you following? I think roughly 2 sides there, answer. More than 2 sides. 2 sides for a 5-mark question. Where can I cut short if it's a 2 or 3-mark question? Analysis will not change. Analysis will remain the same. Provision mattu I can bring it down instead of defining everything. I have defined everything over here. That I can bring it down. If it's a 4-mark question, if I want, or if it's a 5-mark question, no time. Analysis will remain the same irrespective of how many marks this question is. Facts will remain the same, anyway 2 lines. Where you can cut short is the provision. We have defined adjusting event, events occurring after balance sheet date, non-adjusting event. That what is adjusting event, I can eliminate. But events occurring after balance sheet date is needed. Because I have to prove no, this event happened on 20th May, which is part of AS4. So if first thing I can eliminate is definition of what is adjusting event, because my conclusion is not adjusting event. But if my conclusion is an adjusting event, then that definition is needed. If the answer is adjusting event, then don't write about non-adjusting event, don't have to write about going concern, don't have to write about materiality. Following up. This is a detailed answer, so I am writing everything. Are you understanding? Now compare this with your answer. In summary, take this answer. Go to a CA foundation student. They will come on Saturday, Sunday. This class will be full. We will shift there. Because their strength is 75, they will take over this class. We will go to next class. Give this answer to the foundation student. Don't tell him, don't give the question. He should read this and understand what is the answer and question. Is he able to understand? Yes, answer is good. Take your law answer or accounts answer. Give it to your parents or give it to your siblings who are not related to CA itself. Are they able to read and understand? Yes, then your answer is good. Basically, when in the future, if you are showing me answer for correction, show me only the answer. I don't want to look at the question. Question illamale, without the question, if I am able to understand what is the question and the answer, looking at the answer, then you wrote well. Your answer should be like a High Court or Supreme Court judgment. Judgment and court life. You see, Google and see. First he will give the facts. Then he will give provision, analysis, conclusion. You are writing an answer like that. Are you following, guys? So that's how your presentation should be. Don't worry, we have 6+ months to work on it and improve the presentation for law and accounts. Over time, it will get better out of practice. So don't worry, I am just giving you a structure as to how do you write to get marks. Are you following? Clear, guys? Okay. So with this, we are done for the day. Next class, we will resume with AS9 and I will start some other new topic. Thank you, guys. Yeah. Any doubts before I close? Yes. Compensation, next class I will take. Question number 3. Okay. Fine. Thank you, guys.